Ooh. Chip taste a little funny. Tastes a little different. Okay. What's up, family? You know,
What you cook?
I had made some hamburgers and hot dogs for them damn kids.
Um, I thought you was finna make some steak or something. Talk about some of this stuff cooking up. Thought we was finna get some cooking content.
No, I made steak yesterday.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, everybody, as y'all come in, make sure to tap that screen and share the live.
You know, I still want to provide a safe space for these baby daddies, man.
All right, then a safe space it is.
Not really,
Also,
bro.
y'all, we got a gift goal today, 25 hand hearts. So as the panel comes up, the host, make sure you gift, like, and share.
It's not a safe space. I'm trying to get them to come here. I mean, they should. I mean, I'm sure Keith's following and Mark's following. They'll trickle in here eventually. I just want, I just, I would like for niggas to be like, damn, you know what? I hate that Benny nigga, but boy, when he get to running his mouth, we make a lot of money. We make a lot of money. Cause for them 2 months I was gone, y'all talking about the same dumbass shit. Boy, them TikTok streets was dry. Them creative funds was dry. Nigga, them lives was weak as a motherfucker. So y'all welcome. I'm glad I could feed my children. I'm glad I could feed my children. Y'all welcome. It's about to be back to school. Hey, I'm helping out. I'm helping the community. Get them kids some school supply with that creative fund. We get paid this week. What, this next week? 15 next week? Wait, what's today? No, 15 tomorrow.
I'm gonna say tomorrow the 15th.
Yeah. Y'all get that. Well, it ain't gonna hit till next month, but your next month check gonna be good.
Right in time for them child support payments, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Look, bro. The funny thing is, everybody, all these little dick riders are like, oh, ain't you the same nigga that got ran off TikTok? First of all, the fact that y'all take that as an insult, when I've always said I have a real fucking life, which like y'all are so tied to this fucking app that you think that somebody stepping away from this app is an insult to protect their family and their peace so they don't go crashing out on motherfuckers. But when I always say there's a lot of loser niggas that don't have real lives, that this app is all they fucking have, they think that's like insulting. Nigga, who in their right mind is not ready to crash out behind their family? Like, what man, what husband is not ready to crash out over his family? Like John said in his fucking video, Shaquille was ready to tear up the whole motherfucking world when that girl posted his fucking daughter and decided to make a video. Like, but that's the thing. But now that I'm like, fuck the respect shit, fuck trying to be nice, fuck all that, and I'm just, I'm just being me, which is what I should have been to begin with, because these niggas, you can't save them. Now that I'm being me, it's like they expect me to take the high road now. No, why y'all wasn't telling them niggas that shit? Why y'all wasn't telling them niggas to chill out? Like nobody, no, Keith was in them comments talking cash shit on Peasy video. And it's always, he always do the shit on other people's shit so motherfuckers don't see it. But you talking cash shit about me, knowing you about to be down here, and you think motherfuckers ain't gonna say nothing. And I'm just supposed to take the high road, nigga? Mind you, when I took the high road, you played in my face. Nigga played on my face when I took the high road. Nobody, when all that Deontay shit was going on, first of all, I'm not the type of nigga that put people DMs out like him and his homeboy. I don't do that, right? I DM'd him privately. I asked him the questions I needed to ask. I got answers, but it just didn't sit right in my spirit. And it was like something ain't adding up. So instead of going back and forth with him and shit, I said, you know what, bro? I'm going to trust my gut. And I'm going to just block the nigga and go on about my day. Mind you, I only blocked the nigga on my main account. I blocked him on my main account because I was in my car about to go to the gym. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I blocked him on my main account. I went in the gym because I didn't even switch to my second account. So I'm in the gym for like 2.5 hours. He over here throwing a bitch fit. So I'm like, okay, if you really felt that way, you could have reached out to me on my backup page or hit John up and say, hey, bro, can you hit up Benny? I think, you know, and I ain't blocked. He was following each other on Instagram. So if he really felt some type of way, he could have hit me up, right? But then nobody would have known I blocked the nigga. Nobody would have known I blocked him until he decided to get all mad and throw a hissy fit because I blocked him. And then all of a sudden, the truth about how you really feel about me start coming out. And I have never spoke bad about Keith. Ever. But that nigga got that battery in his back when he was on that live with fucking Deontay and was talking shit about me. Cool. I never said nothing. Here we are, the niggas, oh, he tissue soft. He did. Okay, nigga. I think niggas, like, I think people try me. Like, they go to the extreme with me because I'm light-skinned and I look like a stud. And they think that shit really sweet, bruh. And it's like, nigga, if I ever, because when I see niggas in real life, they're never on this energy. It's all, look, hey, bro, I fuck with your goddamn, bro. Oh, damn, you a big ass nigga. Da, da, da. It's never the energy that people is only, so it's like, if you really felt like that, like I took the high road, bro, but now, why can everybody else make a bag, but I can't? Nah, I'm about to rage bait. I'm about to pander. I'm going to talk about the trending topics. I'm going to do all that shit. Because y'all do it. Y'all do it and y'all don't care when y'all favorites do it. So why I can't do it? Why I can't do it? So fuck all that high road shit, nigga. But again, these are I never said that there was violence with I was perpetrating violence. I never said that. I just said if that's how you truly feel about me, when you out in this city and we inevitably cross paths because this area ain't that big, it's not that big. We're going to eventually cross paths. And when that time comes, stand on what you said. That's it. Now, whatever conclusion y'all draw from that, use your imagination. But that's all I said. But I guarantee you what's likely going to happen. Nah, man, I just thought it. Because that's what always happens. I just think it was a misunderstanding, bruh. I don't give a fuck if the nigga from Memphis. Nigga, I'm from Shreveport. I like where you from don't matter, nigga. But if we want to combine bad cities that we're from, nigga, Google Shreveport. I'm just saying. The fuck, nigga, him being from Memphis don't mean shit. He's in the Navy. You not no Memphis gangster, nigga. You in the fucking military. Like, cut that shit out. I don't know. Like, y'all niggas do not live in real life, bro. You niggas are not. Y'all niggas do not live in real life. There ain't no gangsters in the military, bro. Ain't no thugs in the military. The fuck? That's like them niggas that go to college. Ain't no gangsters in college, bro. Well, unless you Aaron Hernandez, but that's get the fuck out of here, bro. Nigga go to college, you trying to play gangster, bro. You are at a education facility. Take your ass home with that shit. Like, I'm overreacting. Like, that's how I know y'all some bitches in real life. I'm overreacting because a nigga that I'm not even talking about is calling me a weak ass nigga and I'm a soft ass nigga. I'm soft like Charmin. I'm toilet tissue soft. And y'all talking about I'm overreacting. That's how I know. That's how I know niggas be bullying y'all at work. Y'all go to work and get bullied by y'all supervisor. Weird ass nigga. What's up, Dana? Girl, you been on live all day.
I have. I'm on the phone with my homegirl Joy. She on here. Y'all follow her, the mortgage boss. But I was on here she she was over here because she sent me a screenshot. That was from his live, right, Joy?
Yeah. Whoever it was.
Yeah, Mark. I guess Mark, when he left the live that I was in. No, that
is it? I don't know whose it was.
Yeah, that looked like it was Mark. It looked like because I know he did go live right after he left the live with us.
Oh, okay, girl. I don't know.
So he went live, and I guess he started his topic over there about me over on his side. But
why he ain't said when you was there?
What? Well, to his defense, I ain't even gonna lie. They really wouldn't let. I didn't really. That live was getting on my nerves, especially because of the host. He was like not letting people. He had a bunch of nobodies up there. When my thing is, and then he got mad because I told him, I said, first off, the reason why people are in here is because of me and Mark. Like, let's be for real.
Yeah.
Like, it's me and his situation, and the people are in here because of me and him. So why are you letting all of these other people talk over me and Mark? That don't even make sense. The two people who in here, they got the people in here. Why are you letting other people who have nothing to do with it talk over us? So they wasn't even letting Mark talk.
Yeah, I saw that.
No, who is X? And no, NXNE. That's who it is.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Okay, so maybe that wasn't Mark's live. Okay, but yeah, but still, to the point of the live I was in, they wouldn't let Mark talk. So I will say that he wasn't getting a chance to get anything in because between Reese
and why they had that white
whoever
girl
else
on the
was in there,
Why they had that white girl up there?
You know what? They kicked her out because she was white. They kicked they kicked her out because the lady told.
Who was the guy that you said to get off the stage?
There was some little young boy in there who was pissing me off because he was like 21 years old. He thought he knew everything. He was one of them know-it-alls. And then he kept on like throwing shots at me about my age because I pretty much said you're 21 years old. Like, how much life experience do you have to even be up here running your mouth about anything?
One thing you can't say about me, I don't let white folk up here.
That is true. That is true. But he was emotional. So, because once I said something about his age, he just couldn't let that go. He was just all in his feelings for the rest of the time. Moses had to come in there and clock him and tell him, like, why are you bringing up her age in a conversation if I asked you a question? Because he threw a little jab at me during a question, and Moses asked him directly, and it was just like, because he's still emotional about me and his little back and forth we done had. But the thing is like that live just kept getting completely off topic because the host was just terrible.
Yes, that's St. Reese. He used to follow me, and he got mad when me and Chad was clowning him because he wouldn't. He allegedly was in the streets selling shit, and then he got out the game and got into real estate, and then we was like, well, would you sell that lifestyle or promote that lifestyle to the young boys coming up? Or would you condemn it? And the nigga was like, I can't answer that. And we was like, nigga, you a clown. And then he got mad. And then
Joy, what are you doing? Come in the live.
Who that?
Come in the live?
Yeah, come to Benny's live.
I don't talk about stuff like that. I got my own drama, honey. My councilwoman is harassing me at my work.
No.
I swear to God, I'm serious. I called
Yeah, so that's that St. Reese dude. Like you gotta control your panel, you know what I'm saying? But hey, when people ain't used to that type of crowd coming through they shit, they get lost in the numbers, and they be like they just be excited because people in they shit. So but yeah, I'm surprised Dana ain't took a nap, boy. She been on live. I went to the gym at like 10:30. She been on live ever since. I said, God damn. She been on live all day. But yeah, man, I ain't like and
Hold
again.
up, sorry about that, Benny. But so
Oh,
to your point, so I was over here washing clothes because it got to a point that I was just using it as background noise because it had got so ridiculous, and it got started becoming biblical. They started talking about the Bible. It just everything just got thrown completely off. I'm like, well, where y'all at right
see,
now?
that niggas get mad at me when I quote unquote cut people off and I don't let them talk. No, nigga, you're not just gonna get up here and ramble. Like you're not just gonna get up here because this is the first time somebody let you on a live and you just want to tell your whole story. Like, nah, bro, you need to be precise. You need to talk about what we talking about. You need to answer my questions. Like, I don't think people understand how like they never took a communication class or some shit. I don't. They don't know how conversation works when you're talking to a host. And it's like I got to guide the conversation. Like yesterday, nigga got up here hot as a motherfucker, and then so when I shut him up to try to guide the conversation, oh, you ain't letting him talk. No, nigga, he not talking about what we need to be talking about. That's not how that works. You're not just gonna talk about. You're not gonna come on my platform and just talk about what you want to talk about. Then you go live, nigga. Like you know, like I don't know.
Did you have you seen Shaquille's video yet?
I did see Shaquille, and he called all them niggas corny, which is exactly what needs to happen.
Exactly. I appreciated him because a lot of these takes from a lot of the big creators is a little questionable because it's just like, now,
You
so
know
at
what
some
was
point
good?
you got, here's the thing. Either if you're going to be friends with somebody and you don't
They not.
really, you
They
and
not.
your friend is wrong,
They not friends.
you need to take the avenue of just don't speak on it at all.
They not.
But a
They
lot
not.
of creators don't know how to do that, where it's like you do know it's optional. You don't have to speak on it. If that's your homie, just don't speak on it. Let
But they
just
got to
let
get
the
the
whole
bag.
thing die down and run its course. But it messes up your brand
But they got to get the
when you
bag.
come and try to take up for him in a situation where this is no taking up for him. It's a obvious he's wrong.
But they got to get the bag, Dana. See, and that's one thing they can't say. Because even like when you had that little riff raff with the girl, the young lady who got took out by the police when she threw the pot of water thing, and everybody's on your ass because you was wrong. But it was like I made a video about it, but I'm like I wasn't going to bash or like I just because we mutual enough don't mean I can say you're wrong and still fuck with you, still rock with you. And like you should be able to correct people, and especially if they all clicked up and homies. Y'all, so if anything, this just proves the whole conversation to be true on the women's side when they were saying y'all don't hold y'all homeboys accountable. If
Yeah.
anything, this just y'all just proved the women correct. Because all them dick eating nigga with that BBB nigga, whatever that light skinned potato head nigga that like he rocks, he over here defending Mark. The other nigga, he defend like these supposed to be y'all partners, and y'all can't even say, bro, you are a hypocrite for that. You need to address that, bro. You are wrong for making her a baby mama. You need to fix like me and my partner. Y'all know I talk about Charles all the time, Charlotte. Me and him literally just sat down and we had a long conversation. I'll tell the story. I know he don't give a damn. So he been with this young lady 2 years. They've been talking about 2 years, man. And he basically, long story short, had a pregnancy scare. They ended up taking care of her, whatever. And he was like, man, I gotta tighten up. And I said, yeah, bro. I said, like, and I had to sit down. I said, bro, we're not spring chickens no more, right? We 32, 33 years old. I said, you got a daughter. I said, man, I was like, we talk all the time about me and you, we be on the game. We talk all the time about, these women, they don't, what you be going through out there in them Atlanta streets with them women, and they ain't serious, and this and that. I said, here you have a young lady who you've been dealing with for 2 years. You clearly like her. You know what I'm saying? She don't piss you off. You know, she listen to you, she respect you, this and that. She good with your daughter. I said, and you just playing around with her. I said, bro, at the end of the day, I said, you need to either one. I said, you need to take this shit seriously. And if you like her, you need to start making strides to be in a relationship with her. You need to make it official, have a relationship, and then move towards marriage. I said, because if that's not your goal, then you need to let her go find somebody that's gonna give her that, because she done told you that's what she want. So stop playing with her. They had to tell her straight up. Like, it ain't hard. And he said, you know what, bro? You right. I said, you need to go, like, you need to have a conversation. Like, you need to have this conversation. You need to talk to her, and y'all need to figure this shit out. It's that simple. Like, how hard is that to do? If y'all partners, you should be able to do that. You should be able to sit down and tell your nigga he wrong. This is what, like, you need to fix yourself, bro. Tighten up. But they can't do that. So either they not your partner, or y'all just prove these women right when they was hollering about y'all, saying y'all don't check y'all homeboy.
Yeah, but you got to understand, a lot of men are scared of other men, right? And so that's another reason why they won't
Well,
check some of their homeboys.
that's what all the women were saying when we was having that whole conversation.
Yeah, they that's why a lot of them won't check their homeboys because they scared of them, right? They the weak link in the group. Like that, the homeboy is that, like the shot caller, basically, like we used to call it back in the day. The homeboy is the shot caller, and you scared to make any waves by saying something to him that would upset him because you know how he is when you're not in agreement with him,
Yeah.
and you ain't trying to go down that road with him, so you just be yes manning them. And so it's the truth, and it's one of them situations like, y'all sit up here and y'all get mad at this whole girls thing, but just that's what y'all are doing. Y'all basically boying right now.
Yeah.
You sitting over here co-signing and deriding another man because you look up to him. And the girl I seen, she made a video. She like, you really got to understand that you got grown men just following Mark, a 24-year-old, and looking for advice from a 24-year-old. And they like, you've been following him for a couple years. So at some point you was following a 21, 22-year-old and getting, as a grown man, you was following that for relationship advice.
Because that the dysfunction he is clearly displaying is what they can relate to. Meanwhile, yesterday these niggas told me I'm lucky because I was responsible with, and took charge of my life, and was intentional in dating and children, and they told me I was lucky because they can't relate to being responsible. So they'll look at me and be like, dork ass nigga. They look at that. Oh, I can relate to that. Baby daddy, just stringing a bitch along for 6 years, on and on. Yeah, I could do that. I see that all the time. What you mean? That's easy. And so they relate to that. And then the saddest part of the live I did see, because my head started hurting. I had scrolled. Was the women that were agreeing with that Mark shit, and with the marriage and the baby mama, all that. And I was like, and I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm not surprised, because those women that were defending and agreeing with that shit, they be the baby mamas that these niggas make baby mamas.
Yep, sure do.
And
There you
that's
go.
why I said they are the same people.
Well, that one that was at the top, Shakimia or whatever her name is, me and her had a run in a couple years ago. That she was just staying on brand. Like her brand is literally pick me. Like I know they call me a pick me, but no, she's dead serious. That's the type of content that she makes. She makes full pick me content. She don't drift off at all. She's a full male panderer. That's
Damn.
all she do is make pandering content for men. And I get it because she's not a very attractive lady. And so, it makes sense for her to go down that avenue. If you can't beat them, join them
Yeah.
type thing. So she's always going to be in agreement. But what threw her off was she cool with Moses. And she thought when Moses came in there, she kept on saying, bring Moses up, bring Moses up. Because she thought that if she had Moses up there, that Moses was going to be in agreement with her. But Moses wasn't. And I think that really threw her off because she's such a pick me that she really thought that one of the ones that she was in alignment with, that if he came up that he'd be, in agreement with the stuff that she was on board for, and he wasn't. He just clocked it like it was.
Yeah, and that's what it's supposed to be. I just call shit how it is. Like, bruh, them I've never heard them do the mental gymnastics that they're doing to change the definition of baby daddy. Because even like Shaquille said, when they talking about these women, they all type of husses and heifers and hoes and dirty trifling. You need to pick better, close your legs, all of that. Is so the negative connotation of baby mama only like that only applies to the women. But now that the spotlight is on y'all men just out here just spreading y'all seed everywhere, being irresponsible, now we need to be sensitive of the labels we place on men. And now, if I live in the house with her, then I'm not a baby daddy. No, nigga, you a baby daddy that live in the house with his baby mama. Like, what are we talking about? Like what? Like we really about to do? Like we really about to do this?
Yeah, and my thing is this whole holding on to this. Oh well, they in a relationship. We don't know that, right? And that's the reason why we have to go with the whole "you're a baby daddy, baby mama" because we don't know the dynamics of y'all
Yeah,
relationship. You
not
can
one.
tell us that, but we don't know it. So since we don't know what y'all true dynamic is, that is the reason why you're a baby daddy and she's a
Nigga
baby
ain't
mama
never
because you're
shouted
not
out.
married and we truly don't know what y'all got going on.
Nigga ain't never shouted out his own. Now I don't post my wife, but niggas know I got a wife. Everybody know I talk about my wife all the time. I'm not DJ Envy. I wouldn't hide my wife from fucking Erica Mena. Like everybody know I got a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know Shaquille got a fucking baby. Everybody know John got a white wife at that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah, but my thing is, you can go. His content is clear as day that he's been on and off with her
yeah.
for them 6 years, right? I mean, he don't even have to tell you his content. I mean, even the ones who've been taken up for him, they'll even say like his content has always been him being a dog, right? It's always been that's kind of what the appeal to the guys was is that he was like then it was a dude in the thing that was like glazing him up talking about some. Oh, he said that I was upset with Mark because Mark is attractive. That was the reason for all of this is because Mark is attractive.
I feel
And I
like
said
niggas defending him because that's what they think.
that's what I asked him. I said, so do you think that Mark is attractive? And then he tried to pull the oh my God, y'all always trying to call me and gay. And it's like, no, you brought up his looks. So why would you bring up his looks in a conversation that has nothing to do with his looks and then think that I wouldn't challenge why you brought it up if you don't think that?
Right. And one thing niggas can't say, like, you have been consistent about the baby mama, baby daddy culture. I have been consistent about the baby mama, baby daddy, get married niggas. Like that is consistent across the board. So for people to act like it's just I don't see how Dana could even come up. First of all, and then for the niggas who talking about, oh, Benny just jumping on the trend, nigga, me and you mind if I tell him D?
Oh, that I reached out and told you what I was gonna
Yeah,
do.
like
Yeah,
nigga,
because I told you because I was just like,
he
I
literally
was
was
just
like,
I
if you
wanted to
make a
run it.
video,
I
I'm gonna
wanted
make
to
a
run it
video.
past Benny before I did it because I wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping. So
Right?
I
He's like,
reached
well,
out to
you
Benny and I asked him. I'm like, I'm seeing in the comment section that he got a baby. Is it true? Because I don't want to run with it and like start over analyzing if it ain't even really a thing. And so Benny basically said, "Yeah, John." I think you referenced John's video because John was the first one to really kind of say it because they keep saying about his Instagram, but most people that follow you over here don't follow you over on these other platforms. So I
yeah,
don't see his Instagram. I don't know what he be doing over there, right? So they said John was the one who kind of initially said something about it, but John said that it was all good. They had already talked about it, and it wasn't like it was a secret. He everybody knew, so it is what it is. But I told Benny, I was like, I'm calling it out. I'm gonna call it out. I said because He makes videos about all of these like baby mamas all the time. And it's only right. I told Ben, if it had been a woman on this app who was just as popular, who made
Mm-hmm.
her content, me, I like to keep using me. If it was me and I did something like that, everybody would have the same right to call me out because
Right.
I do the same thing. There's no way that I can get on here and call out people for the baby daddy, baby mama culture and then turn around and become a baby mama and then have a man who ain't even thinking about marrying me. You know, he got me down as a candidate. Like they would eat me up. They would eat me up, and again, it would be rightfully so because you cannot get on a platform and give your unsolicited opinion that nobody asked you for,
Right.
and be in people's business on a day to day basis, and being so judgmental about everybody else stuff that they got going on, and then when it come to you, now you want people to change rules. No, it
Yeah.
don't work like that. You get the same energy that you've been giving back to everybody on this app. And that's it. Fair is fair. If you can make videos about other people, and people can make videos about you. When you sign up to be a creator, that's what you signing up for.
Yeah. I mean, and to see people say, well, mind you, a bunch of people who never been married, don't even believe in marriage, talking about, well, technically, even if you marry, you still a baby mama or a baby daddy. No, nigga. No, I'm not. No, that's like, but what do you expect from niggas? We so fucking ass backwards and dysfunctional where we're talking about married people who decided to actually take the commitment and go down and legalize their union, their baby daddies and baby mamas too. Like, look how, like, they want to make dysfunctional shit the norm. It's like you got so many niggas out here being irresponsible and dysfunctional to the point where instead of, we want to make the norm seem abnormal because so many we got so much abnormality in our community and going amongst us that we got to make it seem normal. And then the normal shit, we got to make that seem weird because we don't want to do the work and we don't want to be responsible. We don't want to change. We don't want to do that to be normal. So we gonna make the abnormal. We gonna do it's opposite day. Like, you'll see how fucking weird that shit is. But the crazy thing is, now we gonna keep it a buck because all them niggas. One thing I kept hearing, it was like, oh, he 24. Oh, well, I don't want to rush marriage, but you rush a baby. You don't want to rush marriage, but you'll rush bring life into this world, right? And so and what another pushback is, well, just because you get married, there's no guarantee, right? Okay. To those points, everybody that got children, I'm like, we about to be real. Let's take our feelings out and let's put our thinking caps on and let's be honest and let's be real because it's about to get a little funky, especially for people who are all about their kids. Let's ask ourselves this question: how do children honestly add value to your life? I'm gonna let that question sit there. Can anyone explain the comments or what? Throw in the comments. How do children add value to your life? Like actual, like tangible value. Tangible value. You can't pay bills with no legacy. Purpose, possibly, but a wife can give you that too. How do kids, if kids gave niggas purpose, we wouldn't be having all these deadbeat baby daddies. So how do children add tangible value to your life? They don't. Children are walking liabilities. Walking liabilities. Literal money suckers. Right? Literal money suckers. Like, they just drain money from you. Walking liabilities and eat all your fucking food. That's really, when you break it down, that's what they do. So for these logical ass men, you're going to add another life you're going to connect yourself to something that does not literally add value to your life for the rest of your life, because raising children is forever. But and there's no guarantee that that child will fuck with you when they turn 18. There's no guarantee in that. We see I don't fuck with my parents. There's no guarantee that all of the time, all of the child support, all of the food, all of the money, all of the sacrifice, everything you did for that child, there is no guarantee that that child will reciprocate that, appreciate that, and not say, fuck you, dad, and cut you off and go no contact. Or look at everything you did and said, yeah, you might have put a roof over my head and fed me and did all that, but you didn't care about my hobbies, dad, so fuck you. No contact. There's no guarantee, right? But we talk about marriage. How can a wife add legitimate value to your life? I know it's gonna be niggas that be like, no, but men, I'm talking to the men, not the little niggas, who the men. Can a woman add value to your life? Yes, she can. Just off rip, if that woman has a career, just off rip, the woman can add money to your pockets. She got a job. She brings money to the house. Y'all said kids give you purpose. You ever had a good woman? You ever had a good woman on your side? I know a lot of y'all never had that because you ain't gave a damn about that part. You only care what's between her legs. A woman can add value. She can get, you talk about legacy. We talk about community and legacy. If you unionize with that woman, her family now becomes a piece of your network. That is why in the olden days, it was important that like wealthy people of power, kings and queens, like kings, they didn't just marry anybody. You had to be worth the fuck. They would marry women who were connected or who had fathers with land, with wealth. We all watched Game of Thrones. Did the Lannister, they didn't just marry anybody. Right? So a woman can literally add value to your life, but you will rush to make that child, but you will not rush to unionize with that woman. There's no guarantee that woman will be there. There's no guarantee that child will be there. But yet you will pick one above the other. Why? Because niggas don't value children. We just see them as a trinket. Niggas see kids as a trinket. It's just, like, oh well, like a fucking dog. Like, that's really what it is. That's so. It's not that they scared of marriage. They think they miss it. They think some of them think they missing out on some bitches that they really don't even get anyway. They think that but it really boiled down to they don't have no discipline. They don't trust themselves. They don't trust themselves. They don't have discipline. They don't have this. So that's why, like, they be like, well, Benny, your wife can cheat on you. I don't worry about that. I got more important shit to worry about than my wife trying to fuck somebody. Like, nigga, if she do, she do. Like, I got real shit I'm worrying about. Like I said yesterday, nigga, I'm about to get a $2,500 toilet installed. My daughter got cheer practice. I gotta pay for a fucking $350 uniform for her to fucking cheer that she ain't gonna be in next year. It's only for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got real shit to worry about. I don't got time to be worried about who my wife fucking. But when you a man and that's all you find value in a woman is chasing behind is who she fucking, that's all you worry about. That's all you worry about. So if we see that kids don't add value, but a woman can, why are we having all these fucking kids? Why do we just have fucking kids? You could get married, not have children. Like, you could literally get married to that woman, Never have children, like you, because you don't have to rush children. And just because you get married, don't mean you gotta rush to do all the other shit. You can get married, excuse me, and if it don't work out, y'all can part y'all separate ways. You part your separate ways. But once you have children, you are forever attached to that man or woman. But like, it's like we don't see it. Niggas think marriage attaches them forever, but it's really the kids. And for the niggas who scared of marriage because she gonna take half of the lint in your pocket, nobody, like, if you don't want marriage, that's fine, that's cool, bro. Don't have no kids. Why do y'all want kids so bad? It's not that y'all niggas really want kids. Y'all just don't want to protect y'all seed. Y'all don't even have enough self-worth to not just throw your seed anywhere. They don't. But Chad here, we about to be here till about 12 o'clock. What's up, man?
What up, Dana? What's good? Saw y'all up in there. Let me
Hey, Charla.
see what y'all doing.
Hey, they gonna be mad because this is not a
Hi,
safe.
Chad.
This ain't a safe space for the baby daddies now. If you should, this ain't the dirty niggas, the dusty niggas. Hey, this the trio right here. This better.
While we talking
I
about
was
dirty,
gonna say this the
while we talking
Trinity.
about dirty dudes, that Peasy, he up next. I got something for
Uh-oh.
him.
And I found out today because that's where Keith was talking shit about me.
Yeah,
And
I told you I had the screenshots. I took screenshots.
yeah,
But
and
yeah,
I
I got
said,
something for Peasy.
and Peasy, we that's the
I
mutual.
got something for that Pookie.
We was mutual. I said, damn, they gonna follow me. I said, that's crazy. I said, because when John got on his ass and everybody was on his ass about that shit, he said, I was like, I was the one nigga that took up for him.
He just old country bunking Pookie, and I got something for him. I'm lining it up for him. I'm
It's just
lining it up
crazy
because
because
when I come for him, I'm coming for him.
I don't
Because
know what he
he
said
kept
about.
on trying to play with my age and try to be Mr. Funny Guy. You want to play? You want to be funny peasy? Let's play then.
That's wild, bro. I said, damn, Peasy did me like that, bro. I said, bro, I brought that nigga up here and I chopped it up with him. I took up for that nigga. I said, damn, but but Keith out there, Keith in Chicago, and they done linked up, so they clicked up, they partners. I guess, and it's like, and then I guess, because I be on baby daddy's ass. I guess maybe it hurt his. I don't know, but I mean, damn, nigga, you could have reached out or something if that's how you really felt. But I said, man, the mutuals, like you told me, Dana, the mutuals is not your friend.
I want Benny. I said them mutuals are your friends now. Don't get it twisted. Y'all just two people who ended up following each other back. That's it. That's all.
Yes. But because when I don't just follow anybody. So if I follow you, I feel like, but everybody don't do that. Everybody don't do that. So
But it's like, Dana, like, how can somebody come for your age when it comes to the subject matter? Because at the end of the day, yeah, she's 38. Me and Dana the same age. We're literally like 2 months apart. That means she listened to her own advice. Like, because when she was your age, she didn't do that. So a lot of people are like, well, she's older, so of course she knows. Motherfucker, did you when she was 24, you think that if she had had that mentality when she was 24, that she wouldn't be a parent still? Like, you don't just become a parent for 1 year.
but
She
you
would
was
still be a
here last
mother.
night, Chad. Them niggas act like when I told them that I wasn't like when I was dating, when I was single, right? And I'm like, yeah, bro, like I wrapped it up. They were baffled that I was like, they was like, ain't no way, bro. Like, you mean to tell me that you wrapped it up every time?
Yeah,
I was like,
he would have been a
yes.
parent then if he didn't. Like, so it's not even like people can say, oh, were you coming from a different position? No, because when he was that age, he had the same mentality that he has now. If he did not, then he would have been a parent.
This shit just summarizes why you have winners and most niggas are losers.
No, it really do. Dude, like Chad, the dude asked Benny, this was my sign to go ahead and log off the live. He asked Benny, he said, so what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to stop it pretty much? Stop having babies with women that you don't want to be with?
It's
What?
like, dude, it's like you have to break down smacks. It's ridiculous that this was crazy. Dudes will be forcing themselves to finish, not even into it, forcing themselves to finish and still get her pregnant. You had a baby by a chick that you can't stand, and you didn't even have to have it. you forced yourself to finish, and you still got her pregnant.
They just, bruh, the
Like, that's
niggas,
crazy.
the niggas literally, like, if I could have seen they face in real time when they, like, there was, you mean to tell me you did every time? Yes, nigga, like, how is that? Like, it's like, you got so many people just walking around just doing shit and just irresponsible that when they run into a responsible person, they just, what do you mean? Because so like you just been dysfunctional your whole life, and when you run into a motherfucker who take their life seriously because they know their value with this shit, it's like, what do you mean? You mean to tell me you strapped it up? You mean to tell me that you not a baby mama? You mean to tell me that like you actually took life seriously? Huh? Like what?
Yeah, they do the same thing for women who don't have kids at an older age. They immediately assume like, oh, she must have a health problem because there's no way that she didn't let niggas flood her. Like,
That's what the
she
dude.
must
What did
have
the
a
dude? The
medical
dude.
problem.
The dude brought that up in the live earlier today. He said something about me not probably being able to have kids because of my age. I'm like, well, guess what? We'll never know because I ain't trying to have none, dummy.
And it's like that's why told you yesterday, Dana. I'm like, even if you was this, let's just for the sake of argument say you were the woman they're describing, like you just like men just hate you and you the problem basically. At least you would, that mean you acknowledge that you the problem and you don't want to bring children into this dysfunction. So
Right,
it's like they still proving the point in that you at least you still being responsible.
right. But it's also like, as much as people go hard for having kids and not being married, we would have better parents. We would have better fathers. If kids meant that much to you and having a child really meant that much to you, you would be a better
Bro,
father.
we all know they don't give a fuck about these kids. They don't care about these kids like they act like on this internet, bro. They don't give a fuck about these. Go talk to them teachers. Them teachers will tell you exactly that these niggas don't give. Hey, we got 400 people in here. Hey, y'all, go click on my link after this and donate to my sister classroom, man. Hit that Amazon link. You know, donate to the kids, man. But go talk to some teachers. Yeah, tell you these parents don't give a fuck about these kids.
They not parents, Benny. They niggas and bitches with kids.
Yeah, don't give a fuck about these kids. Shit, man, bruh. I said my sister a teacher, man. Bruh. See the shit. She was just at a funeral for a
It's like,
little boy.
right. And it's like, people need to be real and like attack the root cause of it. Where does this come from? This desire to just have kids and not care about anything about what they're born into. Like, you have all the say. You have the say with who you have them with. So you have to say whether or not you have a smart kid, you have a cute kid, you can have a tall kid, a short kid. You got all of the say.
You know where it come. You know where it come from, Chad. But now they gonna like this part, right? They're gonna like this. They're gonna like this connection. Where the root, where the mentality comes from. Yes, it comes from the breeding
Like,
during. Yes, that's where it comes from. But we're not the niggas that's gonna sit here and just keep blaming the white man and the slave system and all that shit.
no,
It's like,
it's like they haven't changed from it. It's not like, it's like the white man didn't put it on you. It's like, you know this and you haven't changed.
exactly.
You have not changed about it. Like you can't give me a full dissertation and a full thesis statement and all this stuff and a 10-page soliloquy on all these systems and white man and all the reasons, but the only thing that you're unwilling to do is change your behavior. You can tell me, you can tell me the who, what, why, where, when, and how, but you are still unwilling to change what the fuck you do.
Got the answers to the test and you still failing the test.
Right. It makes no sense. Like, that's why, to a large majority of people, it's no sympathy there. Like, nobody cares anymore because you know better. Once upon a time, there were generations who information was held from, things they did not know, but now you do. So you cannot say you cannot say I do not know.
Dog,
you know better. So therefore, sympathy's out the window.
Dog, they was in the live Dana was in, and like, so if marriage Number, if marriage is just a piece of paper, why you? So if it's just a piece of paper, it's just this insignificant piece of paper, right? You mean to tell me that that woman who could have potentially lost her life to bring your DNA into this world, y'all combined DNA to bring life into this world, and she not worth a piece of fucking paper?
You
That woman could have lost her life giving you, bringing life to give you a motherfucker that look like you, and she's not worth a piece of fucking paper.
you can even flip that on the same thing. Like, you paying this woman all this money, according to you. You going through all this stress for a bitch that ain't even worth a piece of motherfucking paper.
A piece of paper. Mind you, marriage, niggas like, well, you can't just like marriage take time. Bro, I got married at the courthouse for $75. It took 30 minutes, and I was in and out signing a piece of paper and we went to Buffalo Wild Wings and balled the fuck out. Marriage ain't as hard as y'all think. That means marriage, they're like, well, marriage is harder than making a kid. I said, nigga, what? That means you had to conceive that child, wait 9 months, then go through labor, and she could have potentially lost her life to bring a little nappy head baby in this world. And you gonna say that is easier than going to the courthouse and signing a piece of fucking paper? We are so cooked. You can't save these niggas. And I tried. Chad, I tried.
But you can't. Like, at the end of the day, you mean to tell me you gonna give a bitch that ain't worth a piece of motherfucking paper 18 years of your check? That is 245 pay periods. And that bitch ain't even worth a piece of motherfucking paper. You sound stupid.
A piece of paper and a piece of metal, bro. And you ain't even got to buy a piece of metal.
I wish the fuck I would give a bitch 3 cents and you ain't even worth a piece of paper. I got paper right now. I'm gonna throw it on the ground. Let me spit on this shit. Let me piss on this shit. Like, it's paper.
A piece of paper, bro. My kids color on paper. And that woman ain't worth that to you. So for the Nick, like, that's why I said they was like, well, he lived with her. He's not a baby daddy. Nigga, yes, you are. So you're gonna live in a house, pay bills for a woman, give a child to you gonna do all of this shit for a woman who you don't deem is worth for a piece of paper. What sense does that make?
None.
But Nick, fuck it. They're not gonna make it to Christmas pajamas. And if
they're not, and that's the thing. That's what makes it so silly.
Hold on, Dana. I'm gonna give you the play. If they're not, they damn sure not making it to this same time next year. They're not. He will be the guy that I'm talking about in my lives, complaining about their baby mamas. And yeah, I don't give a fuck because niggas wish divorce on me. So I fuck that shit. They're not making it. They're not making it to matching pajamas. And if they do, they're not making it to next year. And what's gonna happen? She gonna become the next Bailey Morgan. She gonna come up on a bag. My story time of Scarface Mark. Guarantee you. And she gonna be Morgan Bailey and take the fuck off telling her baby daddy stories. All the bitches DMs he been in, all that shit. She gonna be Morgan Bailey. Watch. Random Mark in Atlanta or whatever the fuck he at. St. Louis, whatever the fuck he at. What?
I don't think she has a social media presence. I don't think that this is a girl with, because they would have found her by now if she had social media presence. I think that she probably just one of them girls who just kind of like stroll through social media, but she don't really do social media.
Yeah.
But what I will say is this: I think that it's going to be very interesting to see where his content goes from this point, because what he normally usually do is a little thrown off now because of his situation. And now because he kind of then like exposed all his information, because somebody said it, they was just like, the way he really should have played it is he should have kept it on brand for who he is. Like when I called him out, he should have came with the basically like, hey, every sometimes get caught up. Sometimes it does like he should have did it that he should have went that route versus coming and trying to defend it and make excuses for it. He should have just owned it. His whole thing is being a player, smashing a whole bunch of girls, smashing baby mamas. Like, he should have stayed on brand to his who he is, and was just
Well,
like, hey, a player can mess up too. Anybody can get caught. He should have went that route versus telling us you was with somebody for 6 years, never married them, and now you got eyes on you, watching you to see if you'll ever marry her now because you put that information out. I didn't put that information out, but now that you done told people how long you done strung her along, now you done put eyes on you to watch how long it's gonna take you to marry her. And when you don't do it, now people gonna be on you because you didn't. He just took the wrong route altogether. When I made my video, I didn't even intend on him thinking that he would even go the route of trying to explain it. I thought that he would at least just acknowledge, yeah, it is hypocritical, whatever. But I definitely didn't think he'd go into
Nigga
over
don't care.
explaining
right.
He
what the
don't know.
situation was.
Well, Dan, like it. So, well, first, first, let me get this. Like, I'm speaking on the topics in general. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know these people or nothing like that, whatever. but regarding that specific topic, like, this is why people need PR managers. I went to school for PR. This is how you play that. This is what he should have said. Anybody with media training would have been like, "This is my fiance." Don't that sound a lot better? And a fiance ain't nothing but a glorified girlfriend. That's it.
Yep.
That's all it is. You could be
But
engaged for
they don't
forever.
believe in marriage, so you ain't even
Right.
gonna get that out of them.
But there's no difference, really. Oh yeah, we're fiance. Oh yeah, we're gonna get married whenever. It's just a glorified. You could be a 6-year fiance. You can be engaged for forever.
And you was
But it's
And
still
we wouldn't be
on.
able to prove it. We don't know who she is. We can't. We don't know whether or not that. Just like we don't know if that's really his girlfriend. We don't know if it could have been his fiance. We don't know, and there was no way to
right.
prove it. But he
And
could have said
that's
it and just
that's
ended
all
it
you gotta
off.
say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people don't.
Ain't Kyla Pratt and her dude been engaged for like 10 years or some shit like that? They've been engaged for like 10, 12 years. Don't nobody say nothing.
Right,
He
exactly.
definitely played it all wrong. I was just cringing while I was listening to it. I was just like, why are you telling us that you was with her for 6 years and you've been stringing her along on
But,
and off? Like, you didn't even have to tell us
but you
that.
gotta think about who his base is. It's the dirty niggas. They can't relate to that. So it wouldn't have been on brand if he would have been like, "That's my fiance," because they would have been like, "What?"
Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling you is what I say he should have did was just keep it on. When I say my
Oh no,
suggestion
I'm
was
talking
him
about Jay.
keeping it on brand and making it seem like hey, everybody have a little slip up. So sometimes, players get caught up too. Like, it should have been on brand as to what he's always kind of been like. But
Got you.
that
I don't
over
follow. I don't.
explaining
I don't
is
know.
just like, that over explaining that just dug you into a deeper hole. You took the complete wrong route with it.
But then it's okay. So I think people need to look at the situation as a learning experience. Like, why, like for the girls, don't alter your future and change your destiny for a nigga who don't even think you worth a motherfucking piece of paper. You have completely altered your life. And he didn't even get on one motherfucking knee and ask you to be with him. You're not even a fiance, which is nothing more than a glorified girlfriend. He didn't even get on one knee and say, "Will you formally be with me?" He didn't even do that, but he'll get on one knee and ask you to flip your taxes. He'll get on one knee and ask you to buy him a PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man chooses to be a parent when he releases his sperm, and a woman chooses to be a parent when she says, "I'm going to keep the baby." And you really have to say, is my future, is my life worth a man who don't think I'm worth even asking to be with? He didn't even ask me to be with him for real. He didn't ask me to be with him in front of his God, in front of his parents, in front of his brothers and sisters, in front of his friends. We didn't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is your life worth it? Because you really gonna have you have dudes who spread their seed like chicken feed, who don't think it's worth nothing. And then if you don't think you worth nothing, you gonna let that a dude who don't think his sperm worth anything change your whole life?
Hold on. For the niggas who like, well, he's an active father. All right, let me kick this, right? Because y'all really talk out both sides y'all necks, right? What the fuck is an active father gonna do? Now, right now, they allegedly live in the same house. For how long that work, we don't know. But outside of his story, not 99% of y'all story is you're not in the same house as your child. Most of y'all baby daddies are not in the same house with your child. So what the fuck is an active father gonna do when you not in the same house as your child? There's only so much you can do from the outside of your home. There's only so much parenting you can do from the out with your child on the outside of your house. Every other week, the summer, what the fuck? Like, what is that? It's better than nothing, but like for you to boast your chest out, like, yeah, I'm an active father. What, like, nigga, what the fuck is that? Like, what, like, let's really think about it. So, because you'll point the finger at the women and say, our community is fucked up because they're single mothers. But then y'all boast that y'all active fathers because you buy some diapers, show up at an assembly, and get them for the summer. Like, what the fuck really is that? Like, let's really be honest. I know that's gonna hurt a lot of y'all pride, but when I made that one video of that dude, he, like, everybody was like, yeah, and he pulled up at the gas station or something, or the parking lot, and he fussing at the little boy, and that little boy looking at him like, all right, nigga, when you done, let me know so I get back in the car and go to my mama house. Like, all that hoopla and rah, like, yeah, nigga, because I'm your dad. Like, yeah, and then he gonna get back in that car, and he gonna go back to that house, and he gonna get over on his mama. Like, so what? So what really? What are we really talking about here?
Maybe a large, like, even though a lot of people don't have their fathers in the home and growing up with their dads, a lot of people know their daddies. You know what I'm saying? And so their dads would say, "I'm an active father" and all this other stuff like that. They would say anything. But a lot of people know their dads, and that still did not have enough impact on their lives. They know that man. They see that man here and there. You know what I'm saying? But he's not in the house, so you know what that's like. You know what that's like with a dad not being in the house. You know how that will lack impact. So you can't turn around and say that, oh, well, a dad doesn't need to be in the house when you already know that that's not it.
Dog, I'm telling you right now, there's a complete difference when your daddy is in that house versus he's an active father. Cause when my mom and daddy divorced, I was like that little boy when my daddy was fussing and threatening me. All right, nigga, whatever. I'm about to go back home anyway. And when I went back home, I got over on my mama. Cause like, the fuck? Like, that nigga ain't here. He not here to check me. Like, and then when I see him, I'm gonna be like, yes, sir. Okay. And then I'm gonna go back home with my mama. And I'm gonna do what I want. Like, what are we, like, the fuck? But when my daddy got custody of us, and now my daddy saw me every day, and now them threats really turned into every day I'm beating your like, you know what I'm saying? I had to switch up. I had to check my attitude. I had to get right. I had to get right. So I don't know. It's a difference. Y'all can act like it ain't, but it's a difference. That's why if you not gonna be with that woman, let them kids go live with their daddy. At a certain age, I say by like 4th, 5th grade, especially by middle school, them kids need to be living with them, especially them boys. They need to be living with their daddy. They need to be living with their daddy. Really by like 3rd grade, because by 8 years old, children are pretty much set in their ways. So little nigga need to go live with his daddy. I'm just
And improve yourself too. Like, don't like, it takes more to raise a healthy, well-adjusted child than, you know what I'm saying? You can't be, an idiot and raise a healthy, adjusted child. You have to improve yourself. You have to learn too. Because honestly, you can have a child that is nothing like you, that you don't understand, that do not understand you. And you know what I'm saying? And that is completely opposite of everything and you still got to love that child. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got to be doing, that's something that mothers go through a lot. And you still need to learn how to do that. Like, your child that you have, that you want to have in your household and all this other stuff, you got to learn how to adapt to that motherfucker. That child might not have nothing. Y'all might not see the world, nothing alike.
Yeah. But, hey man, it's no guarantees with that woman though. That's why I can't rush this marriage thing.
Crazy. It's so crazy. Like, It's like you have what's called a bare minimum. Nothing is a guarantee. We're saying that marriage is the bare minimum.
Right, because
If
that's
she,
the counter. That's the counter. They always, well, who, just because you get married, that don't mean like no
it's
shit.
a bare minimum. It never was a guarantee. It's a bare minimum. If he don't got, if a nigga ain't got $20, what the fuck you asking him for 500 for? He ain't even got the 20. It's the bare minimum. Marriage is the bare minimum. So if you know for a fact that she ain't worth being your wife, why the fuck would you connect yourself for the rest of your life through a child with her? When that child is 35 years old, excuse me, and they get married, both of y'all gonna be at that motherfucking wedding. When they have kids, guess who the grandkids is? You and that bitch that you hate. Like, why don't y'all see this?
Because it's so because we have made that shit the norm. So they don't. But you know what? But you know what? If this entire situation has shown anything, it's that these niggas know that shit is shameful. That's why they don't want us to call them baby daddies. They know that there is shame in that shit. But because we have normalized it and we glorify it, they can hide that shit. But now that they on the spotlight, niggas is like, nah, you a baby daddy, dog. They don't like that shit. I don't want to be called a baby daddy. I'm a father. No, nigga, you a baby daddy. But you know what? Okay, so because of you know what? For the people who that's technically okay, well, you know what? You're not a baby daddy, but you're a bastard maker. Since if we want to play with words and phrases, you can't change that. Guess what? You're not a baby daddy. You right. You an active father, but you still a bastard creator. How about that?
Right, and you can't even change it from the beginning because a baby daddy and a father, a baby mother, a baby mama is still a mother. Right?
Change that definition. You're
A
a
baby mama
bastard creator. Go look that up and try to finesse and move the goal, but you can't. Bastard creator. I don't like that shit. Since we don't like baby daddies and baby mamas, bastard creators, bastard producers. How about that? No, that sound worse. So if I was y'all, I'd take baby mama and baby daddy. Just saying. But
Look at that. Listen to this Pookie. I just found the video. This Pookie, he glazing up Mark. He just sent.
Y'all wasn't gonna tell nobody? I don't even watch all his content to know that the woman that he has that kid by, he's actually with and has been with for a very long time. This is the problem that I have with most liberal so-called black women that get online, running their goddamn mouth all the time without doing the proper research.
I don't do the proper research, but you start the video off with you ain't really watch his content. You don't really watch his content, but you know that he been in a long-term relationship, but you don't watch his content. Then you go on to say that I'm the one that just be running my mouth. But okay.
Last time I checked, if you have a kid with somebody and you're still with them, that don't make you a baby daddy. That makes you a father. Okay? Fellas, stay away from black women online running their goddamn mouth all the time. I promise you, they're not adding no value to your life. No value whatsoever. This woman is damn near 40, don't got a man, always talking about how she can't find a man that meets her standards, like somebody has to be Jesus, but sitting up here trying to talk about a man in his situation that don't know nothing about the situation. Nothing at all. Mind your business.
So I don't know nothing about the situation, but you don't know nothing about the situation either, obviously. Like,
Before I go, I don't give a shit about how many followers you got. Don't care about none of that. Because see, even though my platform may be small, it's still a platform. So when I find liberal ass women like yourself talking shit about men, the men that I advocate for, I'm going to absolutely say something.
why are you so angry?
Just because he's not married.
cause he probably one of them ugly ones who be DMing me that I won't respond to. And he done heard me say something that I don't like that he is.
You
That's
right.
what I always be having. They be
What's
having these parasocial relationships where they be thinking they got a chance with me. And then they hear me make a video and I'm going to say something that I don't like that they are. And then all of a sudden it'd be like, oh my God. So I don't ever have a chance with her. I'm just so mad. No, ugly. You
exactly?
ain't never had no chance with me.
Like let's call a thing a thing. Dating, you in a very good position because at the end of the day, you can say what the fuck you want to because you're fine and everybody knows it. Like you look good as fuck and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it.
But the funny,
Like you don't have to have, like when they say she 30, she almost 40, ain't got no kids. Yeah, it's by choice. Have you seen this girl? Dana is fine. Everybody knows that.
but I told you that
She can get a man.
his base is the dirty ones that can't get women. See, Dana probably because there was some hatred in that.
Yeah, he's bad. He's bad.
You remind him of the girl who rejected him and told him he like anime, he's smelly. But the funny, this how you know they stupid. He said, "Oh, liberal black women, they don't." But he's living with a woman he's not married with. That's liberal because conservative people believe in marriage, not shacking up.
Yeah, that's how you know they just be talking.
Right, and Dana's viewpoints are lean conservative. So what
Right.
are you talking about? Dana's very conservative.
The baby mamas and baby daddies and shacking up is very liberal. You're speaking against that, which and talking about marriage. Marry the women you go give children to. That's very conservative. If I'm correct, right? Like, what are we talking about here?
And
That's how you know they're stupid.
They're stupid because this is what's even crazier. They're defending a culture that is only 40-something years old. The only reason why baby mamas and baby daddies exist is because of crack. Okay, let's start there. Before crack, black men and black women were married higher than white people.
Yep.
They're higher marriage rates.
I just told him to come to your live and say it to me.
This ain't like,
what?
they're defending a culture that did not exist 50 years ago. Like, black men have always been marriage minded. Always. It wasn't until the crack epidemic, which because of that, it caused women to be incarcerated and all these other things. I can break it all the way down. But at the end of the day, that is what caused it. That was the destruction of the family. It wasn't because nobody dropped it off. Nobody dropped off no free cocaine. Them niggas went and bought it and brought it back and sold it. But that was it. Like, how are y'all defending something that is not even a part of black culture?
Right.
This is just a byproduct of the candy epidemic. It has nothing to do with black. Like, that's what makes them look stupid. There was a reason why all of our grandparents were married. That's the reason why all of our that's the reason why. Because black men have always been married since the beginning of time.
Even before even when we could not legally get married, black people had our own ceremonies and rituals to get married.
Right. They're just stupid. Y'all are defending something that is a byproduct of the worst epidemic to hit black America. But y'all are defending it. That's what makes y'all stupid.
Look, if he come over here, I guess I'll let him up. But hey, I guess we'll see. But they be stupid, man. If marriage wasn't important, they wouldn't have fought so hard to keep us from not unionizing. There's power in the union of two people. I mean, whatever you went and that's what I meant earlier when I mentioned how, in the days of old, they married women whose fathers had land, who had wealth, who had because when you marry, that is now y'all are joining these resources together. So for the ones who are like, oh, well, we live together. No, y'all are roommates because if push comes to shove, when you get mad or she gets mad, what's the first thing you gonna say? Bitch, get out my motherfucking house. I pay this shit. Now, can some people still say that if you married? Yeah, but legally, it's both of y'all's. My daddy just retired from the post office. He did 25 years in the post office. My stepmama is entitled to his retirement. When he get his check every month, she get cut a check. You don't get shit like that. You don't get no pension. You don't get no return. You don't get none of that as no fucking baby mama or longtime partner. You don't get that.
Because you were a renter. You've been renting that man the whole time. You have no equity. None. There's no deed, nothing.
When if you a veteran, right, and you getting 100%, or you get any type of compensation, disability, retirement, when you kick that bucket and your wife is still alive, she get that money. Baby mamas don't get that.
You know what's so funny? They try to minimize and say that the most important legal doctrine over all of the world is just a piece of paper. Marriage is literally the thing that can gain you citizenship to a country. Marriage is literally the thing that can get you access to a royal family's wealth. Like, it's marriage.
Right, look at what Meghan Markle.
Yes, that's what it's marriage. But they try and say it's just a piece of paper. This is why they sound stupid to everybody else. It's like it's like they don't even realize like the majority of the world is laughing because marriage is the most powerful legal doctrine in all of the world. All of the world. It trumps everything.
But that is so, and this is what I said yesterday. Cause niggas will look at me and they'll be like, oh, like they'll look at divorce, like marriage rates, right? They'll be like, well, according to the marriage rates, almost half of marriages end in divorce. So that means, let's just say it is, I think it's like 47, but let's just say it's 50-50, right? For the sake of the argument, 50% of them, they get divorced. But you got an entire 50 other percent that are married and doing and together. Happy with whatever, but they're together. Right. And but you also leave out the stat of that when majority of people who get divorced remarry.
Right. And what's the baby mama, baby daddy statistic again? Since they want to talk about 50%. What's the percentage of baby mama and baby daddies that like it's hilarious. You can't look and say, oh, well, 50% of marriages end in divorce. Well, 100% of baby mama, baby daddy situations end in domestic violence. So what are we talking about?
Like how, like you, what, like what's the percentage of healthy co-parenting situations between baby mamas and baby daddies? I don't even know if you can quantify that, but based off the internet, y'all fucking suck at co-parenting. So at least when you divorce, y'all gotta go to court and come to some type of agreement. You have to. You can't just can't split. And y'all, these type of niggas, y'all ride these rich dudes and these millionaires and these entrepreneurs. Your favorite entrepreneur that you bought his course to and you still broke, I guarantee you he married. Your favorite fucking millionaire that you watch all his videos and your investor niggas that you watch, guarantee you they married. All these CEOs and now they might cheat on their wife, but they married.
Right. And it's like
they might divorce their wife and then they get remarried.
They get remarried.
See, that's the difference between, and that's why that nigga that was like, well, when you get divorced, bro, I could get divorced. My wife could take me for everything I got tomorrow. I guarantee you, in 3 years, I will boss the fuck up and be in a better position than you are. You know why? Because I'm that nigga, have always been that nigga, and I will continue to be that nigga. Money ain't nothing. I can make money. You know why? Because I've made myself valuable in this world. So I can get more cars. I can get more money. I can get another job. That's nothing.
And it's like when they talk about the dissolution of a marriage and the women taking everything and stuff like that, people who are married understand this was here because of this other person. Like, right. It's not like your wife was there and she has not helped you build anything.
Right.
Her presence alone helps you build.
Even if you was a provider man and you paid 100% of the bills, the fact that your woman was at home and able to take care of home while you go make that money is contributing to your fucking household.
Absolutely. That's why she was able to make the money.
Because if she was not there, you wouldn't have been able to do that.
Absolutely. That's the biggest key. A housewife, the reason why the shit worked like the way that it did for so long is because that housewife sitting at home, that is the recipe for success. Because you can have somebody do everything. That's what they don't even understand. Like, that's how you can tell, like, they're so far apart.
And then
you got somebody doing everything. You ain't got to split yourself with nothing. You can focus 100% of your energy on work. Do you know what that does to your money? If you ain't got to split your energy no other direction.
And I think only like 10% of marriages end in alimony anyway.
Right. And who cares? Because all of a sudden, shit, you just gonna get
Yeah,
in
only
and do it all over again. Because you're
only
gonna get you a
10
wife who gonna
only
boss you up.
10% of divorces in the country involve alimony.
But my thing is this: is I mean, it's just like let's really be serious. You don't have a 401k. You don't have any IRAs. You
Ain't
don't have
got
any
no
stocks. You don't
investments.
got no bonds. You ain't got no life insurance policy. You don't have any asset. You don't have any. Excuse me. You don't have any properties. You don't have any businesses. What exactly do you think that when you go to court that's get ready to be split, you're renting? You don't own, like, the cars are still being financed and paid off. Not, you don't actually own anything to your name. What exactly could somebody take from you to give to somebody else?
Why the fuck are you worried about that anyway when you should know how to pick? Like, I'm not worried about nobody that I fuck with fucking over
But
me or
it's
leaving
just
me.
the reality of it, Chad, is that
Like,
majority of them are not even in a position to lose anything.
that's what I'm saying. It's like they're so worried about the wrong shit. It's like, because all it boils down to is you don't trust your ability to be you're not a good judge of character. You don't trust your ability to pick them.
You
I
Yeah,
ain't
ain't
you
never
don't
never
even
worried
trust your
about that.
ability. And then a lot of them know that they're not going to be good men in the marriages too. So they know that it's a good 50-50 chance that she could leave them for other reasons.
Hold on, Chad. You said they don't have discernment to pick good women. Ain't that what they tell the women about the baby daddies they pick? You need to
Absolutely.
learn this. These niggas be projecting. They're the same people.
Same people.
The
Because if you
women,
knew how to pick them, you would know. Oh, I picked this one. This one
Not
ain't
ju-
going nowhere.
not Benny
I know
having to
for a
come to
fact this
Jesus
one ain't going.
moment. It ain't all came full circle.
they're the same people. They be on them niggas be so loud. These women lack discernment. You should have chosen. You should have known. Then you mean to tell me you don't even trust your own decision making as this big bad alpha man that you can't pick the right woman? If my wife left me tomorrow, you know what? It is what it is. Okay, I had a good run, but you know what? At the end of the day, I chose her. When it was I made the decision to say, you know what? I think she's the one. That's who I'm rolling with. So that's on me. That was my choice, and I trust my decision making. I ain't gonna say I failed because we had a good run, and then it just dissolved. Okay, and when I pick another, guess what? I know I can pick another. Like it's
But
Exactly.
let me
Like,
ask you this,
when you
Benny.
don't
Have
pick
you
wrong,
ever
you don't
been
pick
around a
wise.
man who is extremely physically attracted to the woman that he's with, and how goofy he is when it comes to allowing her to run over him? A lot of them, they like to talk about, the way women let men do them. But if you've ever been around a man who liked the girl more than she likes him,
yeah.
and how she can just really she can literally do anything. And that's why some of these girls are problematic when they get on here, especially the very attractive ones, because they give out advice based off of things they get away with and tell it to mediocre girls. And it's like, no, you get to do that. You'll be dealing with dudes who be letting you act up bad like that. And they still be letting you do it because you look like you look, and they just be willing to put up with it. But you be preaching that to girls who can't get away with acting like that. And so, but a lot of
But
these
the,
men,
the
they
niggas do the same
absolutely,
thing.
they pick poorly. They pick based off lust, and then they get with these girls, let them those girls be dogging them out. They be
But
dog walking them dudes,
but
and
Mark,
then now you coming online bitter and mad because you ended up with some girl who didn't really like you, and she did you all the way through, and then now you mad at us because you let her run you through the ground,
It be
and that
doomed from
ain't
the
my bad.
beginning.
That ain't
It
my
be doomed from
fault.
the beginning. They don't be caring if the girl like him. Like,
look,
that's why
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's why
saying.
they
They
be
don't even be care.
constantly
No,
pursuing. Oh, let me do this. Let me do that. You know she don't like you, but they don't
listen.
care. I just want to get her. It's more about I just want to get her. I don't care if
Me
she
and
like
Nick
me.
had this conversation. I told Nick, I said, you would think as many times as I have stressed the type of men I don't want, that they would leave me, that those specific men would leave me alone by now. I made a video saying, like, it's like you want me to play. You would love for me to play you, right? Even though I'm doing you a favor by not answering your messages. I'm doing you a favor by ignoring you because I know I don't want you, right? But I could play the game if I was, messed up like that. And I could string you
easily,
along and act
easily.
like I like you and all of this kind of stuff. But I'm not even built like that. if I know you ain't what I want, it's a waste of my time to even play along with you and act as if I like you. It ain't worth it for me. But these men would still love for me to play them. They would love for me to even entertain it, knowing good and well I don't really want them. And I done made it clear that I don't want them. I done said God knows how many times I don't want no man with kids. Yet they keep coming. What about if they grown? What if my 17-year-old son about to turn 18 in 3 months? Like, it's still a child. Like, but you would love for me to go ahead and say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then end up playing you, and then now you 2 months in coming on TikTok and talking about how girls ain't this and that because they'll get with you and take all what you got and then leave. But it's because you have bad discern. You don't care whether or not women actually like you. You only want what you want. You
That
never
part.
think for 2 seconds, do she actually like me though? I
That
know
part.
I like her, but do she like me?
You can't, that's what I'm saying. Like, you really can't complain about your situation or anything when you know for a fact that your desire to have something outweighs everything else. You don't care about the person actually liking you. You don't care about how they treat you, how they make you feel, if they're doing the things that you want them to do, if she's a lazy fucking slob. You don't care about none of that. I just want it that bad. So therefore, you already know that your discernment is gonna be fucking skewed because you don't care about nothing else but your own wants. You just want to have, you want to possess this thing so bad. You don't care if it's hurting you at the same time.
It ain't no different like somebody just saying, okay, well, I want a Lamborghini. And it's like, okay, yeah, but have you actually factored in the maintenance costs? Have you factored in that it's not really an everyday car? You still gonna need another car to drive because that's not a car that you really would drive every day. Have you
Yep.
factored in where you're gonna keep it at because you can't just park something like that on the road? You need a garage. Like, have you actually put any thought into how much? Any thought into actually what it means to own a Lamborghini versus just saying I want one, and then now
Yeah.
you get it and it's causing more issues than you can enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
because you got it and you driving it, but then now it's like, well, dang, I got it, but dang, the gas on it is killing me, man. And then with the
Shit.
insurance, and then with the maintenance every time I take it in,
You know how
it's
them
like,
niggas
well,
in
you
here?
Then look
should
how
have
many
thought
people.
about that before and whether or not it even made sense for you to get a Lamborghini.
But then look how many people buying. You can even do that on an everyday basis. Look how many people buying cars that hurt their back. You know that car is uncomfortable for you, but you had to have it. You paying $800-900 a month, $600 a month
Mm-hmm.
to have
Hey,
this car, and it ain't even comfortable. You
hey,
hate driving that car.
that's why I got that X6 instead of that 8 series. Cause bruh, I had them bitches lined up and I kept getting in and out them motherfuckers. And she asked my wife, like, what is he doing? She was like, oh, he got a bad back. And I wanted that 8 series coupe so bad, bruh. I really did. It was a grand coupe too, boy. I said, man, but I said, nah, man, let me get this truck, man, cause
You made the right choice.
I did, cause I would have took that bitch back in about 3-4 months and got me something else, and I would have been out of some fucking more money. So, but that you're right about the bad back. That is, I can relate to that. 'Cause,
Oh, I know because I got a homeboy in a fucking Camaro, and it hurt him every day. Like he be asking to drive other people's cars. Like, man, if we could
Ain't
just
no
go somewhere
way.
else, I drive. If we could just take your car, but I drive. You know, I just he that Camaro hurt his back.
man, that I know exactly, bro. I know exactly how I feel. So, hey, I definitely relate to that shit. But Dana, you had what you just said about the girls giving the mediocre girls and the less attractive girls advice from like things that they should do, how they need to treat a man based off of pretty girls getting away with shit. And these dudes do the same shit. Like Marcus,
Yeah, that's part of the problem right there. Like, a lot of the dudes really like the way Mark look, right? Because he be in
right?
the gym, he fit, and all of this kind of stuff. So they kind of look at him as like what
He
they
looked
want to
like
look
the
like.
nigga. He the type. That's why they was paying him for them loyalty tests. Cause he's the nigga they be worried about sliding into that girl's
Uh huh.
in real life. And so it's kind of like this like weird cuck fetish thing with it. Because most of I guarantee you the video you played of the nigga earlier, he a little dusty. That other nigga that was meat riding him, that BBCBD, whatever his name is, that nigga dusty nigga. You know he don't get
Oh,
no.
he just made a video about you too.
I bet he did because he needs some. His page been dried in a motherfucker, and he needs some
But
attention.
here it is.
So
Hold on, real quick. I saved it real quick.
time Mark posts. I don't like that nigga. Hey, this how dog be when every time Mark posts.
He eating a banana.
I don't
like that
on a
nigga.
banana.
I'm gonna drop a dime on them niggas. I don't like that nigga at all. Hey, this how dog be
putting a banana in his mouth to insinuate, and you like, bruh, like that's the type of niggas that follow him. You can look at that dude and tell he don't get no women. I look like the light skinned nigga that took his bitch in high school. That's why they be so mad at me. But it's like y'all follow that shit, and he telling y'all. Anytime I give it, anybody who's been in my life know when I'm giving advice to like the dudes or even the women, I always say like you got to be realistic where you fall on the pecking order. You can't be walking around looking like a booger wolf talking about you gonna do this and you gonna do that, and you talking to a nigga who normally get Instagram baddies.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. You need now if you with somebody and y'all both booger wolf, y'all on equal footing, so y'all can you can do that then. But and I tell the dudes, you can't be looking like goddamn Pee Wee Herman and thinking you about to get the Instagram baddie girl to sit here and behave. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I mean it's true, and that is what he has. He has a platform of guys who kind of look to him as like inspiration of what they want to look like, wish they could look like, and that's part of the appeal. But the advice and stuff that he be giving is like, okay, well that works for him.
Right.
That's not gonna work for you. Like girls are not gonna let you do that.
Right. I done told niggas that before. They be like, well, what I need to do, Bennett? I'm like, look, there's things I can get away with that you can't. You short, I'm not. I got long hair. You don't. You got a receding hairline. Like there are things I'm in shape. You got a belly. Like you can't do things that I can do, bro. But I can tell you how to fix yourself to maximize what you can do.
Yeah, but like when dudes give out that whole ignore girls because they like that, that's one of them ones. It's like, yeah, but that only works if you're attractive.
Right.
Like you can only get away with that ignoring her text messages if you're an attractive man. If you ignore her text messages and you ugly, she's not gonna care because she wasn't never looking for your text message to come through in the first place.
Right,
Like,
nigga.
That's
but
where it breaks
so
down, though.
ain't nobody, she not
That's
even
where it
gonna
breaks
notice
down.
that you even playing no games.
You
That's where
supposed
it
to
breaks
respond
down.
to every message on time, nigga. That's you don't have the privilege, bro. You better text that girl back.
Yeah,
Listen,
you have to text back. You don't get the opportunity to wait 3 or 4 hours to respond back. You're not one of them ones.
that's the breakdown. Like first of all, I could never love a nigga the way these niggas love niggas. Could never do it.
Oh,
Like,
yo, didn't hold
I
up,
could never.
didn't Metro Boomin just cancel his fucking
Yeah, because of them groupies.
because the niggas wouldn't get off the stage?
They groupies, man.
Bro,
I made a video when I first started this app talking about how men are bigger groupies than women. If you ever sit and listen to the way some men talk about other men, whether it be how much money this man got, what kind of girls this man got, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's
Why are we sitting
crazy.
up and talking about another man
It's
and you
crazy.
glazing him like that?
Oh my
They should have never
God.
taught me this glazing word because I've been running it into the ground.
It is crazy. I be sitting back like I would never. I don't love no nigga that much. Like it's so crazy even for me to hear it. I'll be like, this is gross. Like, how do you admire a nigga this fucking much? It's just a nigga.
Right.
but that
That's
shit,
how you know they need fathers, Chad. Because
like
ain't no way if you had a daddy or a strong male figure in your life, there's no way that you be like this about just some random man.
no. I
they
be like, what the
that's how that
fuck?
was about Kevin Samuels. And I watched Kevin Samuels. He was cool. He was entertaining. But
She's a
like
queen.
you had niggas that really worshipped him. But then I'm like, y'all do know it's like they ignored all the shit he used to like say for the niggas to be doing because he believed in marriage. He told niggas to get married. But they
They
skip
ignored the
over
fact
shit
that he
like
was a whole queen. Like, that's what killed me. Like, oh, it's just anyway. They like you mean to tell me you can't tell that this is a purse, this is a blouse up here talking to you, and you and you never mind. It's just like it's crazy to me how delusional men can be. Like The same shit that they say women can be delusional. All nine y'all niggas is delusional.
Oh, they displaying it right now. That's why I love this. This got bigger than just Mark because
Yeah.
it really got to exposing how delusional men are too, and how they play the whole boys game, and how they will like move goalposts. They
Lack
displaying
accountability.
exactly the stuff that they say about women, that they do the same exact thing that women do.
Yeah, dick ride, lack accountability, move the goalposts, want to change the meaning of words, getting offended because of labels. Everything they said about them, they are the same people. And them niggas act like that because they was raised by them fucking women.
Yep, they act just like their mama.
They fucking mama. Act like they fucking mamas, bruh.
It's absolutely fatherless behavior.
Act like they, cause like I said yesterday, like that when they getting so mad that I don't give a fuck about you being a baby daddy and your problems about being a baby daddy. I don't care. You know why? Because nobody gives a fuck.
No, nobody
You want,
cares.
and they want me to have man, you just don't I don't want to understand. You know why? Because in the household and the environment in which I grew up, you were not allowed to have excuses. Nobody gives a fuck about a grown man with an excuse, nigga. It's what are you gonna do?
Exactly. And that's the same thing I told him in my live. I'm like, I don't do grown men and excuses. Those two things don't even go together.
It don't.
If you're a grown man, you got to figure it out.
Thank
You
you.
should not be looking for nobody to give you no excuses or no way out of the situation. You need to find a way out of the
Thank you.
situation. That's your job as a man, is to find a way. How in the world you claiming to be a leader? A leader's job is to lead.
Yes.
If
Exactly.
you're supposed to be able to find a solution and lead people
But
to the
David,
solution.
that's why they have so many issues with these the whole black women don't respect me, and that's why I gotta get a white bitch. No, because black women gonna clock that shit because black
Yep.
women the one that raised you, nigga. So they know that you was your mama had filled out all your paperwork and all throughout your life. Now you can't. That's why they run circles around y'all in court because you can't fill out paperwork. You get frustrated because your
Right.
mama did it. So it's
Right.
like you you don't have any solutions. When she comes to you with a problem, you like, well, I don't know what we gonna do. When my wife come up to me and she say, now we talking about real shit, not little bullshit, but when she come up to me with real shit, babe, I wanna with the toilet. When I wanna upgrade the toilet. I want to get well, how much it costs? Who do we need to talk to? Who do we need to call? What do I need to do? Now, if I was in there, well, whatever you want to do, just do it. Okay, you might get away with that a couple of times, but eventually that woman is coming to you for solutions. Like, nigga, what? Tell me what I need to do. How can I like? That is your job, and y'all niggas don't do it, and then y'all get frustrated when she just say fuck it and she start doing shit. Now she don't respect you as a man. Now she's running all over and stepping on my toes, like, cause you couldn't, you don't or you get those niggas who like, oh well, they got these big dreams and the entrepreneur niggas, right? They want to start a t-shirt business one month. The next month, man, I'm a crypto trader. The next month is I want to be a rapper, and it's like the what
But
is it?
go to work. Anything but go to work.
I ain't strong enough for one of them.
And it's like
You got to be a soldier to be one of them.
Ooh.
at some point, it's like don't like you don't have no you're not a solutions based person. You don't get results. You can come up like, but these are the niggas that get baby to, the ones that have these bright ideas. They always got a bright idea, but they never execute. They can never come up with a plan, execute it, and finish it.
But you know what, Benny? They got an equal too. It's that girl who always either she doing hair, then she a nail tech, then she an esthetician, then she got a boutique that she's selling clothes out of. She now she an influencer. Like, it's something new every week. They just them I throw something at the wall and see whatever stick type people, and it's just like ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And it's, again, they're the same people. That's why they find each other. That's why they have babies with one another. And then they split and they argue. And now everybody else got to get terrorized by
Absolutely is being terrorized by them.
them.
it's like they got all these
Everybody
issues,
else got to get terrorized by him.
right? And it's like they got all these issues with oh she like these strong, aggressive, liberal black women, like that man was saying in a video, and it's like, what else do you expect her to be when you can't solve no problems? When if you can't solve no problems, that means that she has to think herself out of every single situation that comes that will come to y'all, because you don't know, you can't fix anything that she can't. There's going to be problems that comes up, and she knows that she's going to have to tackle it because she knows for a fact that you cannot come up with a solution. So how could you expect her to be anything but aggressive and hard?
Right. Can't rely on, you're not a reliable, you're not nothing. But it kind of, I mean, somebody was like, why these niggas scared of marriage? And it's crazy because they were like, you know, when they talk to these women, you're not a wife, and you're not wife material because you're not a wife, right? And again, I've always been consistent. When I talk about the men and I say, well, you always talking about, are these women wives? Nigga, are you a husband? They're afraid of what it means to be that husband, and that union and that commitment is just like the child support shit and the visitation. They don't want visitation. They don't want child support because now you on paper, you are obligated for these days of visitation. You have to stay to a schedule. When you are married, you sign your name on that paper. You have to commit. You can commit to that football team you used to play, like, but now you have to commit to that woman. On paper, this is your obligation. Boom. Are you a husband? Are you ready to take on the responsibility of motherfucking that pressure, what it means to be the leader of a fucking household? Because when you a baby daddy, but when you that husband, are you ready to accept that pressure of when shit goes to shit, all eyes are on you? That baby, that woman, everybody looking at you, and you must produce, nigga.
No, they're not ready for that, because you can tell by the way they handle
produce.
conversations. You know they're not, because when they talk about all the black community problems, they always blame the women and all that. Well, nigga, if you was a leader, when a company goes bankrupt, you blame the CEO. You don't blame the janitors.
Exactly.
You don't blame the cashiers. You blame the CEO.
They not ready for that pressure, bro. So again, projection. Well, these women ain't wives and they not wifey material. Nigga, you not a husband. Because that, bro, why you think that shit is so strict, bro? There's nothing like when you gotta make, bro, when all eyes on you, and you gotta make, and sometimes you gotta make sugar out of shit, nigga. And something you might not even know the answer, but you better tell her something. You better come up with something. Because shit, you got, sometimes you gotta fake the funk and go back and be like, nigga, I don't know what to, but you better give that woman some motherfucking reassurance and some motherfucking trust and rely on what you just told her.
But they
not ready for that pressure, dog.
They too scared to. It's like, it kind of goes back to kind of what I was saying yesterday about the people who are on Section 8 thing. The people who are on Section 8, a lot of times they stay on it because they are afraid of that stage where I make too much money for Section 8 and I don't got no supplemental income coming in, so my life is actually gonna be worse. And they're afraid of that. They're afraid to persevere through that period. And it's the same thing. They're afraid of persevering through that period of having of not being able of relying on just yourself. They're afraid of that. They're afraid of relying on self and trusting yourself to be able to get through this shit with no help. They don't commit to marriage the same way that people stay on Section 8. They are afraid of letting go of the net and saying, no matter what, I got me. I can be on this trapeze and I don't need no net underneath me. I can do this. I'm not afraid. And that's what it is.
Yeah. And trust in
yourself.
Have trust in your decision. They don't trust their own decision making.
They don't.
Like I said,
it's clear they don't, because they don't even trust their own decision to pick a woman who's not going to be all these crazy ass things that they say women are. You can't even trust your own decision making to pick a woman who's not going to be a hood rat, who's not going to just use you for your money, who's not going to do all these things.
And how can we how can we push this narrative of, well, like what they like, oh well, he only 24, man, is this, he's too young. But you're too young to consider marriage, and we shouldn't rush that because you're young. But we, like, y'all, that's what I'm saying, y'all don't think, it's so backwards, y'all don't think like this with these fucking kids.
Right. Like, oh, so you mean to tell me but you're not young enough to guide another human being to be
Right,
solely
like,
responsible for their life?
and give their, like, your undivided attention to 100% of the time. Like, if you're there, like, you literally. And why you think these kids are so fucked up now? Because y'all ain't got no fucking money. Y'all can't even guide yourselves, and now you are responsible at this young age of 20, 21, 22 to instill morals and principles into this little fucking human being and turn them into a productive person.
But
Like, these kids are fucked up.
these kids have never even seen an adult, like a real adult. Like, even if you ask the people who are now young adults, they'll tell you, like, oh, I felt like I was being raised by teenagers. Like, and a lot of times kids, especially in the developmental stage, crave adults. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how many times my little cousin's friends and shit always want to hang out with him when I'm with him? Just because, like, when I'm around kids, I'm an adult, like, grown up adult. Like, ain't none of that, the lines are never blurred.
Right.
I'm grown, like old school grown. Like, we used to look at our teachers. Like, to shape it up when I walk into the room. The
Right.
fact that kids don't even respect adults enough now they don't even shape up when an adult walk in the room. They don't even critique their conversations.
Bro,
It's crazy.
people be so, like, my neighbors and shit. I mean, people even heard my kids on TikTok before, when they, yes sir, no sir, nigga. When they friends come in my house and I come downstairs and they job tighten, them niggas tighten the fuck up. It ain't no, oh, like, they try to call me by my first nigga is Mr. Benny. Ain't no, hey Benny, excuse me. Like, they are tighten the fuck up when they in my house. Now y'all go back over there, and then even my kids don't, like, even my kids over there, y'all don't do that shit. I don't care what they do with their parents. You don't do that shit. It's yes or no sir to your teacher. It's yes or no sir to their parents, who are adults, nigga. My kid, like, you know what I'm saying, but they'll say that's slave mentality nowadays and that extra shit. I don't fucking know, but hey, ain't no blurred line around this motherfucker. Well, my kids got white friends, and they don't. That it's them. That's why they come up. White kids call they don't, they just. But yeah, man. I just don't. I'm gonna say I don't understand. It's just wild to see that we place so much value and fear in marriage, but it's like kids are an afterthought. And it's because people don't take children serious. Like, we don't take family planning. We don't take having kids. We just, it's like I said, we think of kids as a collective in our community as like a fucking pet. It's just like after, like, oh, the kid gets here, I'll just figure it out. Like I said this yesterday. I don't think people understand how much children cost. Like, really cost. Like, really, really cost, right? And I brought that up yesterday because the niggas was crying about child support. And somebody said, man, I pay like $1,000 a month. And I said, that ain't shit. That ain't shit. That's $500 a pay period. Nigga, I will spend $500-$600 at Sam's Club and still gotta go to motherfucking Walmart and get other shit. And then gotta re-up in the middle of the week to get more little shit like bread and milk. So all in all, nigga, that $1,000 you sent for 1 month, I done spent that in a week and a half. Like, kids are fucking expensive, and nobody thinks about college because nobody thinks about what it takes to comfortably pay for a child, but you'll shit a fucking kid out and then split that up between two households because y'all won't marry the fucking mamas. Like, kids cost money, and I don't think people really truly understand because we don't care. And I said yesterday how my friend, the one I talk about all the time, my partner, man, he's a pharmacist. His wife is in pharmaceutical sales. She's also a pharmacist, but she's on the sales side. Together, they probably pulling in anywhere between $400,000 and $500,000 after bonuses and equity and company, all that shit. And she got a business on the side. So they pulling probably, and they got rental properties, pulling in good money. Just had their first child, mind you. They were dating. They got engaged. They were engaged for 2 years, and now they've been married they got married in 2001. So they've been married, what, that's 4 years, something like that. Now they just had their first child. That's how people plan shit, right? So you don't have to just get married and shit kids out. You can get married and still and just enjoy each other as a married couple, right? They would travel, all that shit, right? Niggas, and I called him to congratulate him and just chop it up about fatherhood, and we was chopping up. I said, yeah, bro. So, Rachel, she thinking about having more kids, and he was like, man, I want to try for a boy, and that's it, bro. Because if we have another kid and we want to maintain a lifestyle, bro, we can't afford more than one more kid, bro. And that nigga make more than 99% of us in this motherfucking goddamn live right now. So if my partner can look at that and say I can't afford more than 2 children, and then you get niggas out here who running out here and having multiple children with multiple women, and then I'm supposed to feel bad for you because your Amazon warehouse paycheck gets split 4 different ways before you pay your own bills. How am I supposed to feel bad for you? How am I supposed to feel bad? You can enjoy, like, just because you get married don't mean your life ends, bruh. You can get married, give that woman your commitment, and then y'all can still carry, you can put that piece of paper that y'all say is just so insignificant in a safe and never look at it again. Our marriage certificate is in a safe. The only time we pull it out is if we got to do some paperwork or something. Other than that, that bitch sit in some plastic in a fucking safe. You never have to look at it again. But secure your quote unquote legacy. Secure your family. You can provide. Well, I live with my baby mama, so I'm not a baby daddy. So you can live with her and provide for her, but you can't provide your last name for that woman. Like this, like they make it seem so insignificant to the point where you look foolish for not doing something you claim is so insignificant and small.
Like, how you even talking? Like, you can't even have the conversation about legacy when your kid got their mama last name.
Or the woman, he might have your last name, but the woman that take him to school, she gotta show documentation every time she go to the school to try to do something with him, because I know your ass ain't going. Now she gotta pull ID and birth certificates out because they got different names. They don't think about that shit.
It don't. Nothing about it makes sense. It's literally going against the grain for everything that works, and it does not matter what else it is. Excuse me. It's always going against the grain when we know for a fact what that mindset does. Like, we know what it nets. We know what it is. That's why I don't be having no sympathy for none of this shit, because it'd be like, number one, y'all act like the challenges that you face are unique to you. We all go through the same shit. We all have to face those same challenges. You just didn't overcome whatever it was. And then also, like, you can't complain to me about how fucked up your situation is and how hard it is to be black, all the systems and all this other stuff, and you don't want to change, and you want to hold on to the mentality that was taught to you. Like, maybe the shit that you was taught was wrong. Have you ever thought about that? Why the fuck you give so much credit to the motherfuckers who taught you what the fuck you know? Maybe them niggas was stupid. Like, maybe they don't fucking know shit. but you want to hold on to what the fuck they taught you? And nigga, if my life was trash, if my life was hard, I don't give a fuck about what nobody taught me. I'm not holding on to nothing y'all told me because it ain't give me nothing but a fucked up ass life. So fuck everything y'all taught me. I'm willing to give up everything that y'all taught me because it don't give me shit.
But that means that's hard, right? Because that means you would have to change your entire stratosphere, what you know, right? And you would have to put the work in and have the discipline and make yourself responsible and all these different things to make this shit work. And that's too much effort for these niggas. So it's easier for them to do what you
Yeah,
right.
to hold on to shit that they know don't work just because it's familiar. Sound like a fucking battered woman syndrome or something. Like, that's the only way you're gonna move forward. I recognized early on in life, like, oh, fuck this shit, fuck everything I was taught. Like, they act like the niggas who actually are who are doing well in life wasn't taught the same thing. We was all taught from the same motherfucking manual. I just learned that shit don't fucking work. And I said, fuck these nigga. I ain't listening to nothing y'all taught me. I threw away all that shit and I was like, I'm gonna relearn it. Because the shit that y'all said don't fucking work. Why the fuck we gotta deal with this? I'm not dealing with none of this. Like, fucking y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Like, just because you older than me don't mean you smarter than me. I learned that shit. That shit clicked when I was a kid. I'm talking about 9 years old or some shit. Like, I'm not listening to none of y'all niggas. You can't, I don't want your life. So why would I replicate the same things? Why would I replicate the same shit that's gonna give me, that's gonna net me the same fucking problems I'm complaining about? That makes no sense.
Um, damn, Dana, you over there washing clothes?
No. I was strolling through, just seeing what's been like, trying to catch up to see what's going on.
Oh shit! I thought she ain't said nothing in a minute. I thought you were over there washing clothes.
I was listening to y'all and strolling and seing like, cause I'm getting I've been getting tagged and all this stuff, so I was trying to see.
I don't say you keep up with your tax, Dan. I don't even do that. Like, I can't keep up with inboxes or
Well,
nothing.
no,
Like,
I
this
can't do
shit.
too many tags, but every now and then I just kind of like go skim through it. Cause this
Mm-hmm.
one guy, I don't know, he just be tagging me in everything, and I just be like, come on, like chill out. But he be tagging me in all these videos, and I'm just like, I'm. He tags me in stuff that I would never speak on. I'm just like, clearly you don't know my content. I would never speak on this. It's silly.
Facts.
And then I be seeing you tag too, Chad, and I be like, Chad would never speak on this either. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, what do you want from us? Now, look, I did find this hilarious. I played this earlier, right? They was talking so much in the live that you really couldn't hear it. But so I had two videos. This first one was one that he made about Queen Naja. Now you know Queen Naja's situation. She been with Clarence for a long time, and Clarence ain't proposed to her, and the internet kind of be harassing her about it.
Yeah.
So that's this one I'm gonna play right now. Hold on. And this is what he had to say. Hold on.
Queen is tired of getting flowers and things of that nature, and how Clarence is never gonna propose. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm on the lady's side on this one, but I'm on the man's side as well. It's been 6 years. How many cars can you buy her? How many roses are you gonna keep? At some point, buying the same gifts over and over, taking the same trips over and over, it's gonna get tiring. It's damn near like, okay, dang, bro, when are you gonna propose? And then when you got millions of women on your tail, like, dang, when? You guys, so.
Was that hold on, was that yeah, so that was that one. But this was the one that I really played. I was trying to this was kind of one of the ones that kind of sparked my like hypocrisy whole thing is this one.
We really sit here and normalize baby mama and baby daddy culture. Like, it's never, oh, here's my woman. Oh, it's my baby daddy. Y'all are out here dating to be a baby mama and a baby daddy. Why? My generation got the most single parents right now. Right now. Like, it's nobody I know that has a kid and is together right now. It's non-existent. People are out here dating just to be that. I know guys in my age group that have 2 to 3 baby mamas right now, bro. Right now. And then what makes it worse is the people that don't have kids are dating the people that have them and are becoming one of the baby mamas or the baby daddies. Like, when is this gonna end? When? It's like, this is the goal now. Like, this is the standard. This is y'all standard. My standard is gonna be marriage. If I have a kid with somebody, I'm not gonna be out here just dating around, bro. I'm gonna be sticking with that woman. We are out here getting pregnant or impregnating multiple people. Yo, hey, this is sad, bro. Some of us grew up fatherless or motherless, and the cycle just continues.
You can't make this stuff up. You can't. You just cannot make this stuff up.
Hey,
Damn.
but he lived with her. That's different.
Yeah, but you didn't catch what he said on the very last part.
Yeah.
He said,
I'm not gonna be out here just dating around, bro. I'm gonna be sticking with that woman. We are out
how's
here
that
getting
when you in
pregnant
other women's DM? And
or
he's glad, like, and
impregnating.
he's proud of it too. Like, I just seen him in John's comment section because John just made a video talking about how he be jumping in all these girls' DMs, and he was just like, hold up, what did he say? He said, I'm on. He said, I'm an honest beast.
I saw that too.
That's why I said she gonna be Morgan Bailey by this time next year. She gonna have a TikTok. That bitch gonna be busting.
But that's what my problem is. I'm like, you out here, like y'all's they defense is, oh my God, but he's with her. How long do you think? I don't care. Every woman got a breaking point. I don't care if she playing them games with him
And
right
that baby
now,
gonna
but
amplify.
that baby, and it's usually that baby that do it. That women got a breaking point, and eventually all of that little goofy letting you run around, play around with other girls, and then come back and play house with her. She ain't gonna be having it.
Crazy. Like, you gave up that body that you had, that tight body, them perky ass titties. You gave all that up for a nigga who don't even, who a nigga who don't even get on one knee and say, "Will you be with me?" Oh, fuck that. You all offside, your fucking oatmeal stomach. Like, you gave all
Okay,
that up.
Chad.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
how the fuck, as a woman, why would you give all that up for a nigga who just like, whatever. It's like, first of all, like, they need to realize most dudes on average are not going to think about marriage until they see their mortality, until they start feeling like they're, you know what I'm saying, going down. Like, oh yeah, you a little fat now, or you losing hair now. Now you want to be with somebody. Now you want to get married. So even when he do ask you to be with him, to marry him, you're not gonna get the best version of him. He gave that to all the hoes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you gonna get the receding hairline, big stomach, black lips. Like you gonna get all of the look,
Ashy
just the
knuckles.
ran over, just terrible version of him. And all the girls got the best version. But that's the same thing they used to tell the women. Why I gotta get the old ran through all the dudes that had you and da 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 all these body count, and it's just like, dude, what do you think you did? Somebody getting you by that age? This is like they really be thinking they're in a different position than women, and this really showed it. Like y'all think that you can have a baby daddies don't see themselves the same way as they see baby mamas.
Because the niggas like Mark who are what the women want can get away with being baby daddy and do, as long as they look like what the women look like want. But then you get the booger wolves who think they can do the same thing, and it's like just like the pretty girls, right? You got that one girl, she got 3 kids by 3 different niggas, but she's still fine as hell. And nigga,
Yep.
she got that fat ass. And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
You got another fucking dumbass that'll line up and be baby
Yep.
number 4, 5, 6.
Yep. And that's what I told him. I said a lot of y'all are gonna end up being baby daddy number XYZ because you will fall victim to a pretty girl who got kids already. And you will be goofy enough to go in there talking about you just using her for recreational use, not realizing how fertile she is. And you playing Russian roulette, and it's only a matter of time before you mess up and you end up being one of them baby daddies on the roster. And that's what usually happens to a lot of them.
For everybody, because yes, my wife was a baby mom. Yes, but I've never said don't like. That's what I was like when women be like, "Oh, he red pill." I've told niggas. I always said like, I said if you don't have kids, don't date single mothers. Actually, I said if you have kids, if you don't have kids, whether you're a man or a woman, you don't need to date somebody who got kids. And it's not because they got kids and they're worth no value. It's because it's hard for a person with no kids to have to, you know, get into the world and understand a person and what the ins and outs and the things they have to do and not do and things like that when they have kids. So it can, like, you're not gonna get all of their time. It's just a lot. So I'm like, just save yourself the headache and just don't date people with kids, man or woman. But if you got kids, you can't be talking about I don't want somebody with no kids. That's just not how that works. But and then even when I like when people ask, I'm like, yeah, my wife had children before me, but that's why I'm so vocal, because I'm trying to tell the women what you need to do to get yourself into a position and a mentality so you can find you, because there are men who will be stepdaddies with kids, without kids. There's plenty of men out here that be stepdaddies, but you got to change your mentality. You can't move the way you was moving unless you just that girl. You know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
have kids.
And they also you gotta find a dude who actually likes children, truly likes to like when
Wants
you
to be a
see him,
father.
how often do he have his nephews and nieces and stuff? Look at him around kids. The signs be there. Like my little cousin, he was born in 92. I knew he was going to be a good dad. I always knew it. I always knew he was going to be a good dad. He took the baby daddy route and all this other dumb shit. But at the end of the day, he is a good dad. He loves his daughter. He truly loves her. And I knew that because the way he was with his niece and nephew. He's Uncle PJ. They love him. And I
That
knew
was
that from the
that was
beginning
how
of
my
that.
mama determined how good of a daddy my daddy was gonna be. Because when she would go and hang, like whenever they would be together, he would go and get his nephew, and she would just, or like when whenever she would call him up or something, he would be with his nephew, and she was just like, you taking that type of interest in your nephew. When you could be out with your homeboys, you could be out there doing whatever, but you like taking him to go play ball. You taking him shopping and you doing all this stuff with him. You showing signs of a good father. And this is my daddy. My
Absolutely.
daddy was like 19 or 20 doing that. Because my mom and daddy
Absolutely.
got married at 21.
Absolutely. Like the signs be there. Like how are you with a dude and he don't even know that you can't get no baby no water? You know what I'm saying? Like how many dudes are in jail over child abuse charges, but they honestly just didn't know no fucking better because they don't know nothing about no kids. Like you can't be giving this baby no bottles of water, dude. Like what you doing? You trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know that stuff though. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
But
even gonna
you
hold you. I ain't even gonna hold you. I just found out recently about the whole not being able to give babies water.
See, but that's why
good.
you ain't got no kids, damn.
That's
Exactly.
why
But
you ain't got
listen,
no
I
kids.
found out through TikTok and I was like, hold on. I never even thought about
They
why
can't get no
nobody, I
baby
ain't
no
never seen a
goddamn
baby with
water.
water. I was like, I never have seen a baby with water, huh?
Right. It's because and people be like, oh, well, they can't. It's gonna kill. Like, no, it ain't. They're human beings. Humans can have water. It's just that all of their nutrients are through what they drink. So they're literally gonna starve to death if you give them water because it provides nothing. That's why it's not like water is gonna kill a human. It's just the fact that it literally gives them absolutely nothing, and everything they need is taken in through liquid. So that's why the baby's literally gonna starve to death and die.
No, like, they in the no, I'm dead serious. Like I really didn't know. I mean, I feel like because it's one of them things. Like nobody really goes around talking about it. Like it's not a conversation starter. Nobody really just be sitting around saying, "Well, babies can't have water."
Right,
It's
But
exactly.
like
that's the
That's
thing
something that
though.
you only know
you only
through
know if you
experience with
know.
children. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's
But
just
look
like
how many, but that's the thing though. Look how many people in the comments really didn't even know that. But niggas will go
they
shit some
did it.
kids out.
But right, exactly. But they'll go make some kids don't even know you can't get that baby no water.
Yeah.
That will kill a baby because you are literally that baby gonna starve to death sitting right in front of you.
What the Ken? What you got to say, Ken? Cause you just begging, nigga. Damn. What you want to say, bro,
So what is
baby?
he doing?
What you got to say, bro? The days. Look, I'm sorry, bro, but you came at the wrong time. If you would have came the 2 months ago when they quote unquote ran me off TikTok, you probably would have been up by now. But that's not the new program no more. Okay, so
Ken.
what the fuck you got to say, bro?
Who is Ken?
Out some nigga in the comments who been keep telling let me on the panel, let me on the panel. What you got to say, bro? What put it?
Let him up. Let him up. I want to hear what he got to say.
Oh my, see, Dana, you about to.
You know I do that every time I come on here.
Oh Lord, God damn. You got to cut your camera off because I don't know you.
Nah, you good. It ain't gonna be nothing crazy. I just want to say I applaud y'all that do opinion content because I wasn't alive earlier and I forget the host's name, but Dana was on and Mark was just saying a bunch of immature. It was a bunch of young men moving the goalposts, making mute points. So Dana, I just wanted to say your point was well taken. All this was about was the hypocrisy with the life he's living versus the content he makes,
Yep.
and the goalposts just continue to move. People missing the point. And every time Mark opened his mouth, he basically was proving your point,
So
showing
what
his
exactly
age.
was he saying? Because my
Just
homegirl told me about that live, but I didn't get to see it.
no, just I mean, basically, you can make the point of saying, yes, he's a father to the child, but that's the parent-child relationship. He's still a baby daddy to the spouse, to the
And he
worker
was
that he
just
had
in
the
there
baby with.
arguing still against that.
Exactly. It was just again willful obtuse in the comments. He was fixated on the semantics, and you made it about the hypocrisy, and everybody else made it about everything else. And the last point I want to make is to call the woman of 6 years on and off a candidate in the next room over after carrying your child. That's wild.
Yeah,
But
that speaks volumes. It
yeah,
speaks
it's
volumes because it's just like, well, clearly to be a candidate, that means that there's other people also, right?
exactly.
She's one of many that you're. What is it like? Pretty much she auditioning.
I mean, could you imagine carrying that child and then you see the TikTok video being called a candidate? I mean, it's just I just found it to be crazy. So, like I said, I think you were straight to the point. You weren't trying to call him out personally. It was just, yo, your content is about one thing, and the life you live in is different. That's crazy. And
Yeah,
he
and
just
that's
showed
all
his
it was
age.
to it. I wasn't trying to. I don't care if he ever get married to the girl. That's not my business. I don't really care. It's just if we gon' I told me and him in the same boat. I told him that earlier. Me and you in the same boat. We make the same type of content. It would be no different if the shoe was on my foot. You be somewhere being able to call me a baby mama, and I know you would take that opportunity to do it if you could. And
Absolutely.
so, but because it's you, now all of a sudden you want people to start changing up definitions and you want to try to move the goalposts, and that's not fair. It's not fair because you've done too much talking about women and them being
Mhm.
baby mamas and talking about them in such derogatory ways for you to come out now and want people to pretty up labels for you.
Right. And this is a message for any men in the comments and listening to this live. When a conversation or a topic is brought up, you don't always have to respond with a but if or but what. Take accountability for what's being pointed out for what we've done and keep it moving. Because, like you said, if this was a woman on the other end, she'd be a baby mama up and down the timeline with no questions about it.
Well said, Ken.
The last thing I'm gonna say is why I applaud y'all is because if this was real life, y'all are arguing with people that wouldn't even be in the same classroom as y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel for y'all that y'all got to go through that. But look, I appreciate all y'all content. I ain't gonna be long, Benny. I'm gonna stop spamming your contents. I just want to make that point because a lot of people were
Damn, what you
truly.
want, kid, man?
It's my level of intellect. I was watching that live earlier. I'm like, there's no way they are truly arguing in circles and missing the whole point. It's going straight over their head
Honestly, it wasn't. They
on
know.
purpose. Yeah.
They know. But yeah, man, appreciate it, Ken.
Thank
Yep.
you, Ken.
Absolutely.
Don't
Absolutely.
think you gonna Ken your way up here no more. Goddamn. The only reason he came up because Dana was like, all right, let him up. Cause God, I'm not like, bro, man, I'm not about to sit here. But I was,
TT said, can she come up real quick? She want
no,
to tell me something.
no. Say it in the comments, goddamn it.
Why, Benny?
Because man, like I'm not about to sit here. I was too nice to niggas before, and I got y'all seen John video. Niggas think shit sweet. I can't be nice no more.
Yeah, but TT ain't no end.
I can't be nice no more. All right, bro. Did she it? Goddamn it, Dana. God damn, but this better be some good shit. Goddamn, TT.
TT make it good.
This better not be no bullshit.
You are running a tight ship over here, okay? I love it. But I promise you, I'm new here. I'm new to you. I'm new to all of this. So I ain't no bullshit. But Dana, you know the kid that you kept saying was 21, right?
Yeah.
He was in another life
Oh, he
going
was.
yeah, he was in another life going on about the same thing and then talking about you.
And I was like, you were just in that life with this stupid idea, and you're back here doing the same stupid idea again. But he had a bunch of men that was supporting, the idea. They kept saying, why are y'all tripping? Why is that any of your business? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And I'm like, they're like, you people act like he was hiding him having a kid.
Oh yeah, that's the other little
Yeah.
arguing point.
If he didn't tell
Nobody
you guys,
cares
you
whether or
wouldn't
not
have
he
known.
was or wasn't or hiding the child. That's irrelevant.
I kept saying, I'm like, guys, that's not the point. The point is the fact that he made several videos talking about this specific subject to then turn around and do the same thing. And what I was telling them is the problem is that if he would have accepted it, just like Benny said, if he would have accepted it and said, this is what I said, but this is obviously what it ended up being. Yeah, okay. I didn't stick to my word or whatever the case might be, but it's still my message still applies. I'm going to obviously do my best to marry this woman, da 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 da. Then it will be a different conversation. But when it comes to him, he doesn't want that label attached to him, but he attaches it to everybody else. And then he just wants to be like, no, I'm a father. I'm not a baby father.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what his problem is. He's too arrogant and he's too stubborn. Like this is why him and Benny had to run into they did last time is because when Benny simply just tried to educate him, he think he
Absolutely.
he fights against you just trying to tell him something. Even
Absolutely.
some of his boys then came and been like, "Hey, listen, you wrong."
Mhm.
Some of not all of them, but some of them to hit him with the, yes, you are baby daddy, and he ain't trying to hear it. Like he's stubborn
Yeah,
and he
that
he stuck in his ways,
that
and that show his age. That's that 24. He using the 24 for why he ain't married, but no, the 24 is showing in his ability to be able to take constructive criticism. He cannot take constructive criticism whatsoever. He think he know it all, and he one of them ones who have to fall flat on their face before they learn.
Yeah, that kid that was going at you, the 21-year-old, he is Mark at 21. What Mark is facing right now is called life.
Yep.
He is seeing that life is not black and white. It's not just yes or no. When he was young, he had a lot to say, like he knew everything. And we all been there. When we were young, we thought we knew everything. But now we're much older. We've been through life, situations, and we just try to advise these youngins. But they swear they know everything, and they, talk down on you, and they argue with you about everything. What he's facing right now is life and the consequences of it, and he just doesn't want to admit it. But I'm gonna go because Benny is giving me side eye. I'm scared.
Hey man, you
I'm
good? You
scared.
good? You good? She said, I just gotta tell Dana about that little nigga. Nah, but yeah, I mean when me and him had our, and that's why when that fucking what is his name, Dana? The life
BBS.
when I was about to say BBL, when yeah, he looked like the type of nigga built like he got a BBL, but
Stop.
he looked like he one of them niggas that built like his mama, big boot ass niggas.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
but that's your homeboy, ain't it?
Who's?
That BBS dude.
He's a mutual of mine. I wouldn't go as far as to be like I've never talked to him. I've never talked to him outside of a comment section
But
of responding.
when he was like, oh yeah, he what the fuck he said?
Well, actually, he was on the live earlier. Let me take that back. He was
No,
on
when
the live.
his video he was talking about me, and like the I forgot what I was about to say. TT done fucked me up, but whatever. They gonna make excuses and they gonna vouch for that shit because that's what they relate to. But when me and him had our back and forth, they tried to make it seem like I was trying. That's what I was gonna say. He tried to make it sound like I was trying to look a big bro Mark, and I was like, no. Like again, nobody cares about the truth because the YouTube video is still up. So if anybody wanted to see and be like, Benny was doing like, and then I even went live with Goody. And I pulled up on Goody Live and I explained that he was like, oh yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me and he'll talk, but he more receptive than so I said, I don't even know him and Goody even still cool, but that's him no there. But he didn't. Mark don't give a fuck. That's why I don't know why everybody was trying to like explain and talk to him in the light. That nigga don't give a fuck.
No, he don't care at all. And I mean, and that's kind of like when he kind of said that in the live I was in, and I was just like, I mean, that's what I would expect. I would hope you wouldn't care because I'm just some random woman on TikTok who made a video about you. It really ain't that heavy or deep. There really ain't no reason for you to care.
Like he a young nigga getting TikTok cloud and bitches in his DMs. Why the fuck he care about any of that shit y'all talking about? I wouldn't care either. But just know what, like when I was trying to talk to him about that shit, again, I was talking like we was actually having a conversation. But then when he was when that nigga was like, I don't even vote. I don't give a fuck. I was like, okay. So I just wasted like an hour of my time, like really thinking I'm getting somewhere. And this, like, you was trying to change his political opinion. No, I was like, no, I wasn't. I'm just telling you again. Everybody missed the point. You wasn't trying to say he not with the mama. He hiding the baby. You literally just said, don't be a hypocrite. Everybody made all this shit up about me and him when we was going back and forth. All I said was, bro, don't fucking regurgitate white people lies and just spread false information. That's all I said. I don't give a fuck if he fucked with Trump or not. I just said don't lie. And then come to find out the nigga didn't even vote. So I'm like, why the fuck are you even talking about this shit? Oh, because you caping for these white niggas that just start following you because they seen you on Fox News. Ah. But what do I know? I don't know nothing. Well, yeah, man. I don't know. Let me see. Who you Charlotte, who you trying to unblock?
Our most likely single mom by choice.
Blocked her. It was an accident. I was trying to mute somebody else's comment. I was moving too fast.
Regardless of the situation,
Are you trying to
or there was a reason she left.
Who that is, huh?
Left. Just like y'all.
Oh, I thought you were trying to play somebody's video. Man, yeah, right. No white boy laughing at this shit now. I don't know, bro. But people at the end of the day, he'll be okay. Cause
Yeah, he'll be fine.
niggas don't give a fuck about how
Yeah,
people.
they'll be on to something else in the next 48 hours. It'll be somebody else. It'll be another situation going on. I mean, like I said, I feel like just thank me. I at this point I kind of help you with some diapers, some formula. I kind of with these videos and views and stuff. Like I kind of
Yeah. I mean, cause at the end of the
look at the
day,
bright side.
these niggas don't give a fuck about how people really living. They don't care. As long as you and again, that's the realization I came to when I had my hiatus. I'm like, bro, I spend time thinking I'm educating, I'm trying to change people, I'm trying to help the community and put niggas on game. Niggas don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah, you was good for that because I ain't never going that far with these people.
I tried,
But
bro.
I got a DM saying, "Hey, can you ask Benny why he blocked me? I wasn't rude. I actually was enjoying the live."
I don't know.
Latasha.
I don't know, and I don't get.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Unblocked. Tell her
Latasia.
she was blocked by accident. She can come back.
Oh, her. Okay, because I thought it was somebody I don't give a fuck. I'm like Shaquille now. I'm just blocking niggas. I don't.
Yeah, that was an accident. She good now.
I'm letting her know. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's ask.
Because nah, bro. I tried, bro, and then what that shit get me? That shit got me doxxed and niggas laughed at me. So now that I'm returning the energy, and I'm like, nigga, let me not say that. I'm just like, look, stand on what you say. If we ever cross paths, like, oh man, chill, bro. You doing too much. It ain't that serious. It's just TikTok. It's like I want niggas to stop saying this is just internet. Because if this was just the internet, why the fuck was my family put in danger over internet opinions? Like I will crash out over this shit. That's why I had to step the fuck away, because I was to the point, especially like everybody think that like that black unicorn nigga. Everybody think that shit just random. And like nigga, I was ready. Like I was really buy a plane ticket to Hawaii and like find that nigga, because you supposed to be a leader in the military and shit, and you first of all, the nigga, like I don't like when these niggas do subliminal shit. Whether it's Keith, Deontay, that black, like niggas do subliminal shit and they troll and they'll do shit behind the scenes. And then when I respond, because I just can't sit and not say shit. And it's like when I say shit, I'm the one that look crazy. But the whole time you been doing little slick shit. That Black Unicorn nigga was popping into my live, trolling. I blocked the nigga. I'm doing all this shit, and he finding other accounts coming to my other page, just being fucking lame. And now I finally, and then you want to laugh at the fact that my family is put in harm's way on the internet, nigga. Nigga, I would. And niggas laughed at that shit. They found humor in that shit, and niggas said, "Oh, you deserve it because you give your thoughts and opinions on the internet." I've never crashed out over shit like when niggas directed towards me, but you bring my family into this shit, I will crash out over that shit. I feel like that's a reasonable thing for any man to do. And then to have niggas laugh at it and then say I deserved it. Man, fuck niggas. Fuck them. Fuck them. And now I'm back and I don't give a fuck. And now y'all want me to give a fuck now. Now I gotta chill out and it ain't worth it, or you know. But it's like y'all never you know, Chad, it's kind of like the other conversations we had before. Y'all never tell the degenerate niggas to chill out. Y'all never tell those people to watch what they say or be cool, or y'all never check those niggas. But you expect me and I have to, like, you try to check or correct or tell me to kumbaya. Tell them niggas that.
It's like, honestly, like the way I've always looked at it is like, I ain't trying to help nobody. My platform and the shit I talk about, whatever, I don't give a fuck. You can listen or you can't. And all I'm here for is just to find like-minded people. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. I don't give a fuck what you're gonna do, because at the end of the day, I'm not complaining about my motherfucking life. I'm not on here grieving and talking about the system and all this other shit against me. So I'm happy with the fuck I think. I'm happy with my ideal, my ideologies. I'm happy with the way life pays me back for my mentality. So I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like, but I've always been that way. Like trying to help the community. I accept people for who the fuck they is and where the fuck they at, because who am I to say that this ghetto life or whatever the fuck you want to call it is like, it's not good enough for you. Maybe you like that hood rat shit. Maybe you like all that, and that's fine. That's cool for you. I'm not trying to change your motherfucking mind. You can have all this dysfunction. You can have all that shit that you like. That's good enough for you. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I really give zero fucks.
I mean, well, even because they be like, man, because, you know, niggas, and it's not their fault, but people, you know, people that do right, they be like, man, don't worry about the haters, man. Just worry about the people who fuck with you. That's easier said than done, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm a regular ass dude, bro. I'm not no fucking celebrity. I'm a regular dude, right? And I might have a small, first of all, the people who do rock with me, they're people who really got a little sense. So they're not like those trolling, dirty, dingy niggas that follow them other people. So, but the people that follow me, they're not very vocal. They're not going to go troll and comment. They really don't even like vocally take it. Like, people aren't going to make videos defending me and shit like that. They're just not. But the trolls and the people who, you know, want to talk about me, don't like me, been waiting on this moment, that shit gets so loud and so overwhelming. And then it's like, yeah, I might got this little bit of people over here that fuck with me, but these haters it's too loud. And that shit gets exhausting.
Facts.
Because I'm a regular nigga. I'm not getting if I was getting millions of dollars off this shit, yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck. But nigga, most of them checks I get off of this shit, I can't pay I done showed this before. I can't pay my car note with this shit. I'll take some money from the little $500, $1,200 or something I get from here, and I'll go buy my daughter toys at Target. I don't pay real shit with this money. So to sit here and be like, bro, just you doing good. Just focus on the people. Nigga, that little group, that group you telling me to focus on, it ain't big enough.
Facts, not facts. I get it. Like honestly, like ever since I've been on this app, like I've had to do my thing. I've had to come at people, and that shit silenced after a while. Like because I guess my mentality is I think fighting is ghetto. Like I'm not rolling around and doing it. I'm gonna hit you one good time and it's gonna knock your ass out and it's gonna be over. I learned that when I was a kid. They said there's no such thing as a fair fight. They said you better win by any means necessary. And don't be rolling around with no motherfucker. You hit their ass one motherfucking time. Knock them smooth out. And that's the way I do. Motherfucker say something slick. If I have to respond with a video, I knock them out one time and then it's over. And I guess after so many times of doing that, even my comments are very well mannered. I'm gonna be honest with you, they're very well mannered. Like I don't really get into individual beefs with people at all. Even the randoms. Nothing like that. I really have to look for a negative comment, like a comment where somebody's talking slick. I guess I don't know. Maybe I've developed some type of reputation for getting people together. I don't know. People tell me that, but I don't really have those issues anymore. And I think for a while people thought it was okay to play because you like most dudes handle things differently. Like y'all don't really get people together. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's one of our attributes, So it's just like people are gonna continue to talk reckless when you don't verbally, hit them back. That's just the way it goes. My homeboy dealing with the same thing. Like he feels like his wife talks reckless because he don't check her. Like verbally. Because he don't believe in going back and forth like that. But she really be out of pocket a lot.
Yeah, nigga, like I said, niggas really think I'm sweet on it. And that's why I said, niggas always just the internet. It really, yeah, but again, when that shit happened, that shit went beyond the internet, bro. Because that type of shit, doxing somebody goes past the internet. And niggas lose that, for niggas to act like it's just, people lose their jobs because of shit on the internet. People lose opportunities because of shit that's on the internet. And I think we gotta stop saying, oh, it's just the internet, it's not that serious. Because niggas will really pull up on you because of shit you do on the internet.
Right. I mean, people can say it's just the internet, which is true, but at the end of the day, it's not just the internet to everybody. Look at all the whole drill rapping YNs. Look at that whole culture. That's all internet. These are dudes who have literally unalived people based off of their Instagram posts and stuff like that. They have literally they're in jail because of they went live and told her the internet is not the same thing for everybody. The internet might be the internet for us, but to a lot of people, the internet is a very real place.
But I feel like the internet is a real place for most of us now in this society. However, niggas try to do, like, this is what I noticed. They'll do and say shit and then when they get like pressed or checked or whatever, then it ain't this, it's just the internet, bro. No, like you really felt that way. You really believe that. And you just trying to play it off as, oh, it's just the internet because you don't want to stand on it. I'm noticing that a lot.
Even if most people can't stand on, what I'm saying?
I know that.
They just don't. They will buckle under pressure. Like, that's most people. Most people are not about that shit that they be talking about. So, kind of let that one just be.
I run into people all the time out in public. I have yet to have a person run up to me and be like, man, fuck you. You did it. Like, every time I go through Atlanta airport, people come up and chop it over. Every fucking time. When I'm in the Superior line, place most of y'all niggas can't get into. But, I need TikTok money though.
Right. It's just like, as long as your real life is something that you're happy with, then obviously your ideology works. You know what I'm saying? It'd be people who complain about their life, but want to argue points with other people. It's like, nigga, you're not even happy with your life. Why would I listen to you? Why would I take advice from you?
like
So as long
niggas,
as you happy with your life, it's good.
niggas really try to like this is they insult to me. Like, oh, you had to get up, like you got ran off this app. You was gone off this app for like 2 months. That's an insult.
Not really an insult. It's
But
That's,
like
it's not an insult. It's literally so yeah, because I have other things to do. I didn't get ran. You didn't get ran off. You just you log right back in and everything came right back up. So it ain't even like you completely deactivated your account or anything like that.
that's the
So
crazy part, cause nigga, I was gone 2 months and like 2 weeks. I come back, I ain't been back damn near 2 full whole weeks, and my name right back on the fucking algorithm. But y'all all fucking, that's like niggas like, oh, I couldn't wait to, like y'all. I'm feeding my children right now, bro. These lives, even you was like, man, them lives been whack. The live, look at everybody eating right now because me and Dana was like, hey, bro, let's talk about this nigga. Everybody, bro, formula getting bought, school supplies getting paid for. Look at all this money floating around right here.
the fact is that one thing that nobody can deny, they don't even have to like you. They still cannot deny. They cannot say that you are dumb. That's the thing. You have to like out of all the insults that anybody can ever say, one thing nobody ever called me, you ain't never called me dumb, motherfucker. I'll tell you that. I ain't never been called stupid or dumb. Ever. Ever.
I ain't
So
got that.
right. So it's like that's one thing that nobody can really accuse you of being. So when it comes to a social media presence, you're going to have something to add to it regardless. Nobody don't have to like you. You're still intelligent and you can keep up, you know what I'm saying, with an intelligent conversation. You can engage dialogue. So your presence is going to be, your absence is going to be felt regardless. People don't even got like, that's what everybody noticed when you was gone and people noticed when you came back.
Yeah, cause niggas gotta get them that bruh like that BSB nigga. I looked on he cause he didn't even tag me, but somebody tagged me in the video. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, I see why you talking about me. I'm looking at your page, 500, 300 views. I said, oh, that's why. But the crazy thing is, everybody like, oh, Benny just hopping on the way. He just trying to pay his bills. Like, nigga, did y'all not see me post on my story? Nigga with a drone driving fucking jet skis with my woman. Like, nigga, like
They know that.
we was out there for 2 weeks.
But they know that though. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That's all it like. Ain't nobody stupid. Everybody knows that. Everybody know you ain't press fuck for no money or nothing like that. That's something that is a fact. Like nobody truly believes that. You know what I'm saying? Like people know that you're not dumb. People know that you're not pressed for money. And people know that you are about the shit that you talk about. Anything else that people say, they'll never accuse you of not being those things.
That's true. Why? Like, but why? Now that I'm here, now I'm about to get my bag. Why? Everybody can profit off the shit I do, but me? Nah, I'm about to make y'all mad. I'm about to rage bait. I'm about to do all that shit. I'm trying to get my bag too. Shit, why I can't get no bag?
I mean, honestly, shit. I mean, I've often thought about that. Like, what kills me is when people would even say, like, "Oh, you're pandering, you're doing all this." Motherfucker, if I wanted to pander, I would pander to you, and I would make you feel such an emotion that you would give me everything in your pocket. Do you think that I cannot? You know what I'm saying? Do you really think that I cannot tell you a message that would invoke so much emotion within you that you gave me everything you got? Do you think I can't do that?
I'm about to
Motherfucker,
do it.
I'm telling you the truth, and I don't give a fuck if you like me or not, because I don't need the fucking money. But please believe, if I did, I would. That's what kills me. Like, motherfucker, they don't even understand how easy it truly is to pander.
It is. It's too. This man got shown in y'all face to be a plumb fucking hypocrite, and niggas is defending it. Boy, you can do no wrong when these niggas like you. So why not pander?
He's like, you can look. I mean, look at who they have as like they have Dr. Umar and Charleston White, and like, seriously, people pay like. It's obvious we're so broken as a culture that once you truly don't give a fuck, truly, you will make these niggas wallow in their poverty and bleed misery. Like you don't care. You make them bleed poverty, and
I
that's what
didn't,
kills me because the people who actually care ain't the ones that's jacking y'all out of money, but they only believe the ones that's taking them for the money.
and that's I don't care. I don't care no more. They about to see a different Benny. All that respect and that shit gone. That shit gone. I don't even care no more. A nigga, I like for the people that did like I just helped a cat with his resume and shit. He trying to get into the supply shit or whatever. But he followed me on Instagram and shit. Zach. And I helped, that shit, that's gonna be there for the people that rock with me, but trying to have them type of lives and I ain't doing that shit no more. I ain't doing that shit no more.
That's why I've never gone like live like that. As you can see, like no matter what my platform is, I've only gained it through making random videos that I post maybe once a day, maybe. I can't go live like that because I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit no more. That shit over with.
And it's like people don't even know how to converse. They don't even know how to have a conversation that flows and moves along, and they don't. And it's just like you end up feeling like you're in a room with Neanderthals. Like this live that we just been on has been going for hours, and it has flowed. It has flowed. It has been intellectually stimulating. We have talked about different subjects the entire time. We have allowed other people to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like we've conversed like adults.
Yeah.
Most of the time, there's no such thing as that. You get people who are up here and they will boldface lie just because they will lie to a fact that we all know to be true just because they don't want to look bad. It's like childish. That's why I can't do lives like that.
I mean, shit. The one Dana was on earlier, that shit was so chaotic. That shit just made my head hurt.
It's like you can tell, like it gives you an insight as to why shit really be fucked up out here because oh, these are the grown-ups. Okay. These are the people who are guiding the children. Okay. They cannot even converse. They cannot even control their own emotions on a virtual conference call. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And it's like they are literally becoming unhinged on a virtual conference call. Like, it's so childish, dude. Like, but it really shows you where so many people are as far as their in like this their skills and abilities. And I know. I understand why shit is fucked up. I really do. It's so obvious.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, somebody said keep talking that shit. Good. I hope he does.
And,
I've seen.
and
I
and see, this the thing, Benny. That should be all y'all when y'all all everybody be in they shit. It's funny because like low key, I'm mutuals with everybody that people don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like that you wouldn't even think. And it's like every time it's some big social media shit coming out, it'd be like always from mutuals. And it'd be like, fuck. Like, damn.
look,
Like, y'all, stop.
bro.
Shit.
Look. I ain't got no problem with that man. But my name, look. I tried to take the high road when I hit him up when all that fucking fat ass. Let me stop. When I hit him up about Deontay, and we talked, and I got the answer that I got from him. Some ain't sit right in my gut, and he proved me right. Cause I just said, you know what? Some ain't right, so I'm gonna just block him, and I'm gonna go on about my day. I only blocked them on my main page, not my back page, not my Instagram.
Right. I know. And then you saw some things that was going on, and it just, I
And then
think it just be
he
missed
went
messages lost in
live.
translation. Y'all are very similar as people.
No, we not
And
similar at all. And then
man, shit.
when I went live, no, he went live, and they try to like do some sabotage, blindside shit to get me to come, and I never came. Then how he really felt about me start coming out, and I said, okay, cool, it is what it is. I never said nothing about that man, and now here we are, and I'm soft and I'm weak. I'm a weak at all right, bro. Like I said, when you see me out in these 757 streets, you got to stand on that. Again, I ain't saying we gonna do. All I'm saying is you gonna have to stand on that if that's how you feel, because
Right.
you don't have to say nothing, and that's the problem. Niggas get caught up in trying to get this content that they do shit that they shouldn't be doing and say shit they shouldn't be saying.
Right. I mean, I get that's why I stay out of all of it. It'd be like, damn. It'd be like, you're correct, because people don't have to take sides or anything, especially even people in general. People feel like whenever there's any disagreements going on, they feel like they have to take a side or anything like that. And you don't have to, you know. That's why I stay neutral to the stuff. But it just be like, it's like, I don't know. It's two strong men with strong viewpoints who are both positive assets to the community, to black men in general. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be different if it was you and some loser beefing. Shit, go ahead, Benny, knock him out. But you know what I'm saying? It's
You think you're thinking a little too highly of young fella over there.
he cool. Trust me, he cool.
I
He's
ain't
cool.
say he ain't cool, but
He
you got that.
cool.
What? Because the reason why I say we're not similar is because if he would have blocked me, what would have happened? And if I would have, because I would have did, I would have went to his second page, and then I would have went on Instagram, and I've been like, and let's just say I was blocked on everything. Before I ran to TikTok, I would have hit, I would have hit John up like, hey, bro, can you reach out to Keith and give him my number, because we, you know what I'm saying? That's what I would have did, because I didn't even post our DMs. They did. They was posting DMs and conversations. I never did, and I could, because it would have, like, and I don't, because that's not me, because I had enough respect for you to reach out privately. You know what I'm saying? And then when I did, like I said, when I didn't get the answer I wanted, I went on about my day. I made my decision. I went on about my day. These niggas decide to get and cry on the internet and throw little fits. That I don't do that. So we're definitely not similar.
I think that people can see a situation that both of them have gone through at the exact same time, but two people can view it completely different. And like two people can interpret the same exact experience completely different from each other. And that leads to messages lost in translation. Not saying that y'all need to kumbaya or anything like that, but
And
I
that's
know
what
that
I
y'all
mean by, like,
genuinely do
if
not
we
have a
cross.
dislike for each other. You
If,
genuinely don't have a disdain for him and vice versa.
no,
Genuinely.
I don't. But
Right.
I've never spoke ill about that man. And you and people in other people's videos, like, really getting disrespectful. So, but again, so when we cross paths, that mean when I see you, because I'm gonna see you. The 757 ain't that big. We all go to the same places. Um, and I approach you. I'm going to ask you. You got to look me in my eye. And you got to give me an answer.
And I think and it's gonna go over peacefully because y'all don't
And
genuinely
that's fine.
have
And
this sense.
that's why
Yeah.
everybody like, oh, I never said that.
No, you never did. Never
Never
did.
did.
Never did. Like
But
you don't have you don't have a disdain for him. So why would you incite anything? Why would you what I'm saying? Why would you say anything that would be violent related? You don't hate him.
right.
You know?
Now that other nigga, that army nigga, that's a different story. But Keith, no, because again, if I had that type of energy with Keith, I wouldn't have blocked him. I would have just, like, I would have turned that into an opportunity or something. But I literally just blocked him and went on about my day. Nobody, if he wouldn't have said this, nobody would have known that I did that. So, but again, I'm not. Everybody else, but see, that's the entertainment part. That's why I did that, because it's entertainment. Y'all gonna fight, you fighting. All I said,
Right.
but because I'm that type of guy. Like, I'm gonna, like, if we got issue, I'll approach you, bro. Like, that don't mean we about to fight. We about to pull some fire. Like, nah, bro. Like, but what's up? You know, like, what's up? That how you really feel about me? What's up? You
I
know,
feel you.
like air your grievances, nigga.
I feel you. I feel
And
you.
if it go that way, it go that way. If not, we chop it. We go. But it's like I'm gonna say something.
Well, I'm gonna sit back and watch both of y'all, and just I know it ain't gonna take. I'm just be watching because, yeah, I think highly of both of y'all. So, and I don't do that. You know, I don't think highly of no nigga. Shit, I don't give a fuck about no nigga. Shit, swear to God, I don't give a fuck about none of them. So trust me, that's a big deal.
But I'm
Shit.
not. I'm not. I don't care if that nigga live. If he live, that's cool. I'm not because that's you're not about to make no money off of this, nigga. Again, when you see me in person, it'll get addressed. Cause I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you. These bases ain't that motherfucking big, and I'm always on them bitches.
Yeah,
Hell,
it's like what's crazy, man. People don't even know that me and you started off beefing. Not even a beef. Didn't it was a misunderstanding, but it was just like it was very much oh hell no nigga like it was like
right?
we started off in a bad place.
Yeah, for sure.
We started off in a bad place, and it was because of somebody baiting you. Like they tried to say that I said something and spin it in a way that was not what it was, and it was just like it could have blew up because at that time we both had similar followings, I think, it's something like that, and
Yeah.
it could have really blew up. And I remember like the video, and what's crazy is it's still up. I have never watched it again, but it's still out there. Like, and I remember as I was commenting on it, I remember specifically like, no, I'm not gonna make a video because if I were to make a video on this, then it would ignite more fire into it. And I just left it at comments, and we were just, going back and forth in the comments and stuff like that. And that it was what it was. And then eventually, the shit just kind of fizzled out. Cause I said, I ain't never disliked you. I actually thought that you was upstanding. And, after a while, noticed each other, both in each other algorithm, and the shit just went over. You know what I'm saying? And mutual respect was acknowledged. And now we are where we are today. Where I think very highly of you and I respect you a lot. But people don't even know that. Like
Yeah.
something that started off as a very much disagreement,
Yeah.
like ended up being like, oh yeah, he's one of the few people who actually has my real number. You got my real number.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you doing that shit. Like
That's why it be funny when like the girls come in, they like, you got like nigga, like I got this nigga number. Like this nigga check in with it. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. I can text Benny. Like that's what I'm saying. It's just like people don't recognize. Like I don't know. I think real is always gonna recognize real. It don't matter how it starts off. It don't. You going to recognize.
That boy got a phone call.
Bad. Nah, my fucking battery. No, it's always giving me an alert. But like you always gonna have real gonna recognize real because you can always have a mutual understanding when you see it. I don't gotta like a motherfucker to know that he is real. And that is one thing that I will always respect. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, even in that moment, man, I don't like this nigga Benny. He misinterpreting this and that, da 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 da. But I always had respect for you. Because it was just like, I cannot say that he is any of the things that I truly dislike in humans, that I truly dislike in men. He's not stupid. He's not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he's about the shit that he talks about. Like, he's upstanding. So even if I don't like him in this moment, I still have respect for this motherfucker. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That,
once I realized that you just that crazy nigga and you gonna talk your shit, I was like, I mean, when I really sit, this nigga really say the same shit I do. So
nigga, you say the same shit I do. We say the same shit.
like, we really say
Exactly.
the same shit. He just gay.
Right, exactly. That
Like,
we see the world through the same, we see the world similarly. Like our core principles and values are the same.
yeah,
So that's what I look for. Like, cause there's no way that like you cannot be friends with people who have different values than you. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like if
real friends.
real friend, right? You can't. I'll never be like you can have differences of opinion on things, but like your core values, like I'm kind of conservative on that shit. Like I truly believe in like, you know, stability and all that other shit. Like I'm not with no, I'm no. I ain't with all the no. It's gonna be kind of tight over on this ship.
Yeah, man.
It's a tight ship over here.
And that's why a lot of people don't rock with. They'll follow me to keep up with what's going on so they can get that content. But that's why a lot of people can't, like a lot of them niggas over there, they can't relate because, and they think me leaving TikTok for 2 months is an insult. And it's like really listen to what you just said. Like, but then we'll come back and be like, oh, he just trying to jump off a wave because he got that it's about to be the 15th. He need a check. Which one is it? Like, they can't make their mind up, bruh. They can't make their mind up. And then to follow a nigga you don't like.
I think that's crazy.
Like that is, and because I noticed that like when I left and I came back, I started noticing that like the people that was saying stuff and stitching and making and when I was dealing with all that shit and then I had left and I came back and people would send me videos to the point and like be like, oh bro, they talk like on Instagram that DM like, hey man, they talking to that. And they'll send me screenshots. I was cussing niggas out like, look, bro, stop sending me shit. I will block
Facts.
you. You know,
Facts. Because you can't not call yourself a supporter of mine, a friend of mine, when all you're doing is sending me things that you know are going to make me upset and angry and all that. Like you don't support me. You don't really care. You just want a reaction out of me. You looking for ratings. You want you want drama.
And
Like
that's when I was like, that's it. You know, and I had the epiphany where I'm like, these niggas just want to be entertained. It's like I'm the monkey they want me to dance. So I'm gonna entertain now. And now I'm gonna get my bag. Now I'm gonna entertain because that's what y'all want.
that's true. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. They don't want her. That's why it's always funny when somebody tries to like jump down our throats by saying, like when we say like, oh, this is what it is. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
People try and jump down your throat. Like you need to have empathy. Understand why? Why? They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want to be saved. They don't want. They're happy. They're dancing like
they're do what they want to do because that's
right.
what they want to be.
Right. They're permanently. They want to live in their delusion. Who am I to wake them up? Fuck it. Let them niggas dance. Let them dream. I don't care. Have fun.
Huh? You can't find Chubba. I think he went outside. Who was he looking for? Huh? Yeah, River House? Oh, okay. You bored? He out there? You bored? Okay. Oh shit, man. Well,
go ahead, Benny. Go be a go.
I gotta go be daddy now, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm about to go do laundry.
I'm gonna post everything on the. I gotta put yesterday's live, and I'm gonna put this one on tomorrow. I'm putting it on the YouTube. Y'all hit that link on my bio, man, and donate to little nigga kids. My sister be teaching, man.
Okay, I'm about to do that right now.
Her little Amazon classroom, man. Everybody was, if you do me that solid, everybody, 133 people, man, go buy something off a little classroom list for me, please.
I'm about to go do that.
Some pins, something for them little kids. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. And shit, let me go deal with these little kids, man.